Hell did we just witness? Oh my god, bro! Holy crap! What in the world just happened? Dude, what is going on? The old Married with Children dummy. Oh my god, dude, the Inferno match. That was fucking awesome. Are you serious, bro? Oh my god, WWE wanted darker. Oh my god, they got darker. Now, I don't understand why the bell didn't ring. That's what I don't understand. Oh my god, the Inferno match! Good God Almighty! I cannot believe what they... I mean, like, listen, that was what I said. If they don't do that, this is gonna suck. They better light the whole place on fire. I literally said that. And, oh my god, dude. That ending was hilarious. That match was whacked out, dude. That ending was whacked out. I mean, well, USA wanted darker, right? So, you got... I mean, oh my god! Bray Wyatt's dead! Bray Wyatt is dead! Wow! Oh my god, dude, wow. Incredible stuff. From the WWE. I mean, wow, bro. I need to watch that again. Like, I honestly need to watch that again. That was some crazy stuff there to end the show. The Inferno match! Wow, we're gonna be... I mean, listen. We're gonna be talking about that thing for a while to come. With what we saw tonight. That is... What's up, chat? How you guys doing? We are over. WWE TLC is over. The Inferno match is over. It was crazy. Lots to talk about. We're getting the alert out to everybody now that we're live. Hit me up and let me know what you guys think. We are live. And we will talk about a lot of things, man. NG Fresh says, Freddy always dies. Freddy always comes back. He always dies. He always comes back. No doubt about that. WWE TLC is over. What did you think of this unbelievable ending to the show? I mean, just what a great edit. What a great ending there. I mean, that was some invigorating stuff, man. And we're going to go to the man who's here now also. Jake DeMarco. I mean, listen, I got to tell you, I'll tell you right off the bat, at first when I saw that the ring wasn't on fire right away, I went, aw.
I was disappointed too. The visual looked good.
Well, well, that's what I mean. Is at first I thought they weren't going to light anything on fire. I'm like, oh, they're gonna end up
set someone on fire.
Yeah, someone's gonna set someone on fire randomly. That they're not gonna do the fire around the match. That really sucks. And so when Bray Wyatt went, oh, and then it went, I went, oh, fuck yeah. Because I was just talking to someone and I just said to them, dude, you know what would be sick? Is if they didn't just do the Inferno around the ring, man. That they just lit the whole place up with flames everywhere.
Yeah, the visual of that when that started looked good. So I was initially disappointed as well. I'm like, oh, they're just going to light somebody on fire. And they sold us well because initially I said, you know, Orton, how is he going to get lit in his normal attire? So he's going to have to come out something else. Trailbound said the same thing. And I'm like, yeah. So then he came out wearing the sweatshirt. And I'm like, oh, well, that was a good little red herring because, you know, Orton, how is he going to get caught on fire in his usual trunks? Are they going to catch his wrist on fire? And the way they burned the Fiend, like, I'm not happy with the Fiend losing, obviously, but the way it was done, I think there's a way they could still tell a pretty cool story. That visual of him burning at the end looked pretty damn creepy. So
Dude,
they did
yeah.
a good job with it. It was effective. Even I was like, damn, they wanted darker. That's a bit dark.
I
sure
mean,
some kids were disturbed to see his face melting off.
Bro, I mean,
So
listen,
it was a cool look.
all I could think of was like USA Network. We want darker, like, and it's like there's a fucking guy being set on fire. The best
is that
how
dark enough for you?
How beautiful is it though that they set Wyatt on fire for real, or a stuntman, whatever one it was. They set Wyatt on fire for real, and he runs around on fire, which is cool.
Running around on fire, chasing Orton into the RKO. That I marked out for. That was a cool moment. And then I didn't think Orton would set him on fire again. I thought the lights were going to turn off and the body was going to be gone out of the ring.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting on, that usual bait and switch that we get. But that wasn't the case. They lit him on fire and they roasted Bray Wyatt. So I thought that visual of him on fire looked really good. I wasn't crazy about the match itself. It was okay, but it really all came down to that final spot of him walking around on fire and the spectacle of it.
Man, I don't know. I just was...
ending was epic. I'll say that. The fact of watching him burn to death essentially after because I was waiting for WWE to pull their swerve stuff where the Fiend's music hits, the lights go out, his body's gone, he's disappeared, he's safe again. No, he just got burnt, and they left him there in a burning state. It was what a better way to be a little bit edgier.
They did it with the Undertaker for years. Burnt in a casket. Killed several times.
Yeah, but anytime we've seen someone burn, like MVP got his back burnt in the Inferno match, Kane had his arm on fire, but I don't recall seeing anyone ever fully engulfed like that, because doing a torch spot like that is no joke. And then to have him run in the ring, take the move, so Orton had to give him the RKO while he's on fire, so Orton's got to be careful. He doesn't get burnt either. They get through that stunt, and then he sets him on fire again. Obviously, the second one's a dummy, but still, it's a great visual.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. I thought that was pretty friggin' badass that they went through all that, man. You know what I mean?
But what does it do for the Fiend's character? It looks bad that he got set on fire, but what can they do here? Like,
yeah, Jim Ross burned. That's a great point, Rick Bad Boy. They burnt Ross's back, remember?
Yeah, they did. I forget about that one with King all the time. That was probably the best fire segment.
That is probably, besides, I would say when they lit the Undertaker's casket on fire too. That was pretty cool. I mean, that wasn't a person though. That was like the casket was on fire.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot about JR, but I was trying to think of anybody else that's been immolated, and really it's always a safe spot. So JR's was really effective too, because it looked scary. He sold that so well. It seemed extremely painful, and Kane was in that really demented mindset, so it worked well. Seeing the first debut for main roster match being an Inferno match against
that was
Kane
crazy.
Bray Wyatt, that was decent, and then what they had here I liked. So I like the ending mostly, but for me, I really love the opening match. I know you weren't as crazy for it, but
what are you talking about? I haven't said anything about it.
Oh, I was going off of your Twitter, but it didn't seem like you were crazy about the bell not ringing and the Miz involvement. But
no, the match was great. It was like a really good match. Except for
I interpreted that
no,
wrong,
my criticism is it's retarded that the bell didn't ring. I mean, that's fucking stupid.
I know. I don't know why they're doing that a lot lately. The
bell didn't ring here. Why didn't the bell ring in this match too? Like, I mean, I get it's not over, so we want you to pay attention. Like, Randy's going to kill somebody now, but dude, the bell should have rang the second you saw fire. So there's my criticism is the bell should have rang the minute you saw the fire, and then the bell should have rang in that match when Miz cashed in, because the whole thing is always, I'm cashing in. The bell didn't ring, so it didn't count. Well, guess what? Tonight, the bell didn't ring, so it didn't count. So that match didn't count. The bell didn't ring.
They're going to go back and say the bell didn't ring, and they have a way to get out of it. Maybe that was intentional.
They literally do that.
Messed up.
They literally all the time go, the bell didn't ring, so it didn't count. And now tonight, the bell didn't ring.
Exactly.
He's not in the match. But why didn't it ring immediately? He handed it to the referee, tells the guy, ring the bell. So WWE fucked up several times tonight with the bell. So stupid. I know they probably meant to do it, but they're fucking stupid for doing it. However,
that's my worry, is that they screwed up and now they might try and get themselves out of it. How do you feel about him cashing in? That's what I want to know. Listen,
the Money in the Bank is ruined. It's been
for so
ruined.
long.
Exactly.
We had 3
it's garbage.
options, Joe. We had 3 options here. The Miz wins the championship, which I don't think anybody is for or wants to see at this point in time. What's he going to do as a mid-card heel, top-level champion? He doesn't fit in that championship role. 2, he loses the briefcase to somebody else. But in my eyes, I don't care who wins it. Even if Brock takes it, like some people suggested, you're devaluing the briefcase even more. That'll be, the 3rd person to have it in 1 year. I don't want to see it traded off, just like I didn't want to see it go to the Miz either. That was a failed storyline too. And 3rd option, you do a reset. He loses the cash in, and now we wait till the next time Money in the Bank comes back, and hopefully they have an actual plan. Because of the pandemic this year, they had nothing planned out fully. They had no idea what they were doing. They wanted Otis to cash in for the tag team titles, not the main title. Then they had kind of a lost storyline with him, and everything happened and fell to the wayside. So he never really got to even be in contention for the title. So that was a waste. A lot of that, but people said it makes Miz look stupid. Should he have waited until after the match? Probably. But I don't think it makes him look entirely stupid, because both men were down and beaten up badly after a pretty hellacious 30-minute bout at this point in time. And then the Miz goes ahead, he comes in, and he's at that point in time, he was never under the mindset that the big guy there almost had been physical. For at least if he got involved before this match, really, but almost hasn't been really he's been a factor in the sense of he's intimidating, but he hasn't gotten really into the matches yet. So for him to get involved tonight, I like the chair being broken over his back. That was a cool spot, I thought. And I don't feel like it makes the Miz that stupid looking, though. I get it wastes the Money in the Bank, but
the Miz, I think the Miz is stupid. I think the Money in the Bank is stupid, and the Money in the Bank is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It is dead and buried. Otis, I caught it out of the air. Oh, now I lose it to Miz. Now Miz comes in. Why did Miz need to cash this in and lose it? Why? Why did he need to cash in and lose? So
yeah, he could have held on to it still, but what's the point of keeping him with the briefcase? That limits it, and then you always have to worry about, is he going to cash? So it books them in a hard position that they put themselves into. Keep in mind, this is their creative. They did this to themselves. I'm not giving them an out for it. I'm just saying that I'd rather have a reset with this briefcase, and just consider it null and void, than have him hold on to this, and it's always got to be in the back of our minds and some silly storyline that never comes to fruition. That's a waste. So just get rid of it. That's how I feel.
Oh, no.
It feels like a waste anyways.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What are we uh-ohing?
I wish I didn't see this now. Is Austin Jones, is Larry Funk's uncle or nephew?
Yeah.
Larry Funk passed away. So that sucks. I'm gonna shit.
Jesus.
Fuck me in the ass, dude. Fuck. But I just found that out. I hate to bum everybody out with that, but just found that out, and I don't know. I'm gonna get back to the review and pretend I didn't see that, and we'll talk about it later, man. But Larry Funk, man, that's crazy. I don't know why. I mean, he had obviously the liver transplant. Oh man. Man.
That's a kick in the gut. Oh, Larry.
Well,
Bud was such a good guy, and it's not, of all people, he's dealt with so much over time. Every time I talked to him, he was such a uplifting, just fun person.
God damn.
Oh, that's really it. That's so upsetting. I remember his first call. I gave him his nickname. Bastard was too damn funny.
Yep, you named him.
That sucks.
Fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna do my JR, my best JR right now.
Get back into it.
but they we'll talk about. We're gonna talk to Austin. I guess he's gonna talk to me.
Right.
Man, I love
So
you,
sorry to
Larry
his
Funk.
family.
Man, I love you, Larry Funk. I'm sorry, bro. I wish we got to speak again before. I think we haven't talked in 8 months or 6 months or something.
It's been a little bit, yeah. Last we
felt
heard,
great.
Said he was doing well.
He was doing really well. Yeah, he had been doing really good. We'd heard he was doing really well.
Especially with the liver transplant, I was so just hopeful for him.
That's crazy, man.
Sorry to his family. That's so hard.
So, the opening, the bell thing pissed me off tonight. Obviously.
I just don't feel like it made The Miz look as stupid as people made it out to sound. That's just my interpretation. I know some people were more upset by it, but when he ran in, how I would think is your bodyguard's there, but he's just a distraction. He's never physically gotten in the match. So when he came in and put Miz through the table, that was unexpected. That was a bit of a surprise. But AJ and Drew killed it, and they played it smart too, which I really appreciated. They brought up it, not on commentary. Commentary was the worst thing about tonight, and we'll get into that. We will definitely get into that. Trying to refocus here, but it's just that, goddamn, commentary was a mess. They didn't even know what they were saying. They're telling, oh, look, he's crashing through a table, and he's being, a spine buster through a table, and while he's being power bombed on a ladder. Thanks, Michael Cole. Stop looking at your script and look up, because they are obviously not following the script. They're going ahead and doing things on the fly, and you're calling the spots that are scripted that aren't happening. Just look up off the paper and say what you're seeing. It's not that hard.
Yeah, he kept saying the wrong table.
The wrong thing, because obviously they had scripted moments that didn't happen as they were supposed to. He's going to spine buster him on the stairs here, or on the ladder. Oh, through the table. No, he's on that's a table. I know you're retarded, but you're really pushing it tonight. Oh, God. But that was infuriating to listen to them. So I tried to tune as much commentary out, but both AJ and Drew addressed the size difference that there is between each other. So AJ was smart and really tried to put hell onto Drew's legs and take out, what do you do with a big guy? You chop him down to size. And that's exactly what AJ did. And they were brutal with each other, whipping chairs back and forth, whipping each other outside of the ring, into the turnbuckle, into the barricade. I really loved the calf crusher being applied with the steel chair. That was a great moment in the ring. These two sold everything that they hit each other with. The future shock DDT. I love when McIntyre knows to continue selling an injury. You don't see that from every star, and he's one of the ones that really exemplifies that. He, like when he gave the future shocks DDT, he lands on his bad knee. So then he sells the bad knee, and you don't always see wrestlers do that unless they get hit in that injury again, or it gets targeted again. And he just continues to sell and limp and that's what I really enjoyed about this match, that essentially it was 4-on-1 by the time between AJ almost, and then Morrison and Miz, and Drew was still able to come out on top in the end. I thought it made him look like $1 million. I think their biggest problem walking out of here for the Raw side is, unless you face AJ again, you have no one set up in that position to do so. You have no ready-made challengers. The most they can do here is have AJ say, well, I was going to beat you, to the Miz got involved, so you and I will go straight up one match. That'll get us through Royal Rumble, and then we can start building towards Mania. That, to me, seems the most likely, because why would they just have AJ be a one and done? I think this feud will continue. But with the match they gave us tonight, much better than the build led it to be, I think. That the build to this pay-per-view was pretty damn lackluster. And I thought it was better than how I expected it to be. I really, like I said, I liked the opening match a lot.
Yeah.
And I really liked Roman's match with Kevin Owens. That was a damn good match too. Roman as a heel is just killing it in every which way. I almost at sometimes wish Jay wouldn't have gotten involved so much, but I understand and I appreciate the story that they're going for with it.
Yeah.
But that was something I would have kind of held off till next time, but it's okay, because I like the progression here. And it, again, just like the first match where they made AJ still look pretty damn good in defeat, I felt, because he still looked good. It was just between Miz getting involved and all the extenuating circumstances. Same thing with this. Owens was constantly outnumbered, and he still went through hell. His body was destroyed, but he never gave up. And even though he lost, it took, every ounce of strength that he had to really have Roman put Owens down. So I like that as well. Really excellent effort from everybody involved.
I think everybody
the rest
knew
of the night I could have done without.
I think everybody knew that Charlotte was going to be back, so like that was a nothing thing. Like it really was. That opening match was great. The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything, and the ending. Again, I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. It's like I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh, that's all they're gonna do. But then when Bray Wyatt did something and he like the whole fucking place went up, I was like, wow, they went like that's when I started like kind of like
got into it.
Adrenaline started pumping through me, and
he did the Kane thing where he summoned the fire, and I marked out a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's cool looking. The visual was really cool. Part of me wishes, and I agree with some people that wanted the screens off for the match. I think it would have been better if they had just the Thunderdome wall either as an LED or because the faces were a little distracting. Excuse me, with the fire. I think it would have been better if they were just turned off for that match. But I know they wanted that crowd atmosphere there, so.
Yeah,
take what you can.
The lighting the whole place on fire did the crowd atmosphere because I was like, wow, like this feels so interesting and real. And I didn't start thinking that this was taped. I didn't start thinking that it was taped until about when he brought the rocking chair out. When he brought the rocking chair out is when I went, oh my God, they filmed this already. Like. That's awesome though, because I didn't know that yet. But then I was getting excited anyway, and I was like, wow, like this is really like fun, like holy shit. Like, and so I honestly I loved it. Like from the beginning I was like, okay, let's see what they do. Okay, they're gonna and when I started thinking, oh, someone's just gonna whip out a match and someone's gonna light someone on fire that way, I started, or there's gonna be like a fire pit somewhere or something, I thought maybe. And when I was like, oh, this isn't whatever. So I went from like super high expectations to being sort of let down, but okay, I'm interested. Like Randy Orton had a look about him that was interesting for some reason to me, and I don't even like Randy Orton really that much, you know that. And I'm like, okay, something is intense about this. And then the match started, and I was like, oh, this is all it's going to be. I thought maybe they were going to lower down something or something was going to happen. Then it didn't. And then when it did, I went, oh, fuck. Like, and they got me. So I really thought I really liked what they did, man. I think that they...
I too thought it was live until the axe handle, I think it was lit on fire. And then when Orton kind of knocked it away from the Fiend, from Bray, when it landed, immediately when they could turn the camera, you saw that it was out already. I just went to go see, like, oh, is that still burning? I wanted to see if it was, like, burning through the mat or the ground, the pads they have. And it was out already. So I'm like, oh, they extinguished that and, they cut an angle. I got it. So that's when I figured out, oh, hey, it's taped. But so I've seen some people on Twitter really hating this, and I can get it. I can understand why, because you just watch someone get murdered in wrestling. It's
right.
It's not a
dead.
Very straightforward thing. You watch the Fiend burn to death. So tomorrow, if we see Bray, even that is odd, because Bray's the Fiend, and so I understand that stupid sports entertainment aspect. But I like the story of the Fiend so far for the most part. Not everything's been a hit, but most of it has been enjoyable. And this is that same supernatural kind of hokey stuff that I'm okay with in certain aspects. And I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway because of Bray. His mind usually is pretty focused with stories. We'll see where this goes, but I'm cautiously optimistic. So they could do something really great here, because we have to see how Alexa Bliss fits into all this, who's apparently allegedly on vacation still. We didn't get to talk about this on Out of Nowhere, but they have her in the biggest angle of her career, at least for the year, and then they go ahead and allow her to go on vacation for a month. Right. It just sounds really ass backwards, but
Yeah,
it's going to be. I don't know how they're going to magically explain the Fiend or Bray returning either tomorrow, or maybe they have to have Alexa Bliss do some type of like summoning thing, and we'll see how outlandish they get with it. But
well, that might be something that they do. They have her like
satanic ritual. She sacrifices somebody to bring the Fiend back. God knows, but
I just was I was so worried if this had ended without something really good, I would have been like, the first match was great, and then everything else kind of to me went. They tried to. What's the Roman match? They kind of went. They tried a lot tonight to have these matches be really like long. I felt like a lot of them were very long.
How long do you think the first match was?
I thought the first match was like 20 minutes.
Really? See, I thought it was closer to 40. Honestly, I know.
Okay, maybe all that
stuff, but
maybe it was 30.
It was 27 minutes. I had 27:01. So. I think that's spot on because I don't know if it. Well, that's usually I think it's 27 minutes, so just about even. But I might be a little off. But still, it was around that time frame, and holy crap, I'm telling you, it felt a lot longer, but not in a bad way for that opening match.
Right. Yeah,
so I appreciate that, and same thing with the Roman match. It felt longer than it actually was, but not in a bad way. The Roman match was 25 minutes, so. And I appreciate that. That's like perfect length too, where it's just enough. You get the story told, you get some really cool spots and moments, and then you're able to get out of there and still leave us wanting more. Problem is that the other 3 matches in between did nothing for me. Sasha and Carmella seemed to improve a little bit in the ring. She looked good here. But my biggest problem is I don't mind Sasha keeping the title. She shouldn't have another super short reign where she only defends it once and then loses the belt. That's silly. But then they have Carmella debut with this whole rebrand. She's got this new character, this new gimmick. So for her to lose clean tonight, tapping out. I mean, she said she tapped out. She said, I quit. She's done. That's it. She lost clean. There was no excuse that she has. There's nothing for her to work her way out. She lost. That's it.
Right.
So I feel like what a waste again of debuting a new character, and why have Carmella immediately rush to the title if you're going to have her lose? I mean, she shouldn't be instant champion either, but it was just silly to put her in this position at all. It's just you just had a new character debut.
It felt like they really built her up, and then it was just like, oh, that was just a.
Yep.
Got it done.
They gave her a 3-week push, and now she's done. They made her seem like such a big deal. New entrance.
Oh,
yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
All done.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Y'all wanna see a dead body? Wow, I want to finish. Also WWE kayfabe murdered like 6 people this year.
That's a good point. Well, I mean, it is the year to do it. So, you would if you're gonna take people out, I mean, WWE, I guess this is the year to do it. So,
Yeah, I mean, they threw who was it? Alistair and Mysterio off the roof.
Right.
They took out Ray's eyeball as well. They took out Alistair's eyeball. They've done quite a bit so far.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They pulled out eyes. I mean, this was definitely the biggest. This was definitely the biggest. This was my favorite thing, though, that they've done of all the killings. WWE.
Yeah, this was because it was shocking because of the visual. Like he wasn't upside; he was face up still. The cut was really done well. So, and especially leading up to the gasoline pour and the matches being lit, I was really expecting them to pull away from that happening. I didn't think they'd relight him on fire. I would have bet money they wouldn't have lit him on fire again. If anything, I would have bet my life that, just as they go to light him on fire, he's going to go ahead and disappear like they always do. So it was a big surprise, and the visual was great. That's a creepy thing to see. His mask is melting off, and he's lifeless there, and they sold it really well, and it didn't look fake either. You have people questioning if it's real or not. That's a good effect.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I mean, like it was intense, and it sucked me in. It got me like really hyped up. Like I really did like it. I like the belt when he and they did it like the old school way of like really teasing you. First they're having this intensity and there's nothing. Then all of a sudden, you know, the fire goes off, and then I was getting excited for that. And then all of a sudden, you know, he lights the belt on fire slowly. He goes over and lights the belt on fire. And by the way, another thing that ruined the beginning match was the fact that we knew that Drew was going to be on Austin's podcast, and we pretty much figured, well, I mean, listen, we knew he was going to keep the belt anyway, so it was so ridiculous. So that there was like really, I got to be honest.
I got a little surprised when The Miz came out to cash in because I wasn't expecting that to happen tonight either yet. I didn't think they were going to bother with the cash-in attempt.
Well, we heard the other day, right, that they wanted to get that thing out of there, just get rid of it.
Well, I heard that they had a bunch of plans, and then they wanted to get it done and over with, but then they had scrapped those plans because none of them they thought worked well. Every idea that apparently creative came up with was the rumor that they denied every single one because they were all bad. So last I heard that the plan was for Drew to go over. And then to see The Miz come out, I was like, well, maybe they did go with something different, and The Miz will win it because AJ keeps Drew busy, and that's how The Miz finally gets the belt, and then he'll lose it by the Rumble. Or thankfully, that's not the case. But yeah, so that Carmella and Sasha match was just disappointing because I don't know, it's just another 3-week push to nothingness yet again with a new character. Carmella genuinely improved in my eyes. I thought she was much better here. I like Reginald, the sommelier, having a name. He caught her on the ringside. That was cool, and he's at least serving a purpose in that sense. I forget his name. He was in NXT very briefly. It was Akeem Young. That was his name. So now he's Reginald Thomas, the sommelier. So they keep calling him Reggie, and. But the Kofi Kingston Xavier Woods match, you knew that the Raw tag team titles were being handed over to the Hurt Business. That was very predictable by the way they built that match. You knew the titles were being handed over. But does it matter? No. The tag team division is a joke at this point. The New Day is stale as all hell. And unfortunately for me, I'm not excited with Shelton and Cedric having the titles. It's just not anything that's really that exciting for me at this point. So trying to stay focused. Love you guys. But then we had Shayna and Nia come out. Asuka comes out. And of course, it's none other than Charlotte Flair. I mean, WWE released the picture of Asuka and Charlotte in the ring together for TLC last week. We knew she was down in Florida. It was anything but a surprise, which is unfortunate because this could have been a decent surprise. But yet again, as soon as Charlotte comes back, she is in the top spot. She's back, at least being champion. She's in some top spot. And I feel like we just saw this angle with Sasha and Bayley and even a few others before it. But I mean, especially with them, now, Charlotte's going to turn on Asuka to get the title from Asuka. It's just a waste. I feel like that's a total waste of Asuka's time. It's nice for, Asuka 2 belts, but she's had, both belts before, so it's not really an accolade that she hasn't already achieved or accomplished. Her and Charlotte have feuded before, and I really didn't care for the feud they had throughout WrestleMania and past that. So I'm not excited to see them two, go ahead and feud with each other. And in the meantime, we have to, watch them play nice until they can't get along anymore. It's just a tried and true formula that usually works, but I don't know if it'll be carried out with these two. One, you can't really have many interesting promos due to Asuka having that language barrier keeping her down, and Charlotte's not great on the mic either. So this whole thing is going to be lacking. And now we'll get them on all the shows. We're going to have the women's tag champs probably be on SmackDown and Raw, because when the ratings are down, you bring in Charlotte again, right? That always helps. Just like it saved NXT.
Yeah, I mean, she looked different. She looked kind of thinner and everything, and Charlotte and everything, but we already, that was already ruined for me. So like I honestly was looking forward to the Inferno match the most. That's all I was looking forward to. This whole, like, all day, everything. I was like, okay, everything is whatever, but what are they going to do with that? What does that mean? What's that going to be like? And so that's all I cared about. So then when it happened, I was like popped when I saw what they did, because that's kind of what I wanted them to do, and then I thought they weren't going to do it, and what the fuck? My alarm's going off.
I was like, did I leave my vibrator on again?
Yeah,
Is it
it's in my ass.
It's in my ass or no? The match I was looking forward to the most I didn't get to see SmackDown. It was, unfortunately I was really sick for out of nowhere and throughout most of the weekend. So I didn't even see SmackDown at this point, but I thought, and I guess I'm just an idiot, we knew that to begin with, but I thought we were getting Sami Zayn versus Big E. I saw the clip of them setting up the stuff from SmackDown. I didn't see the entire show, but him doing the Sammys, they replayed that tonight. That looked amusing. I do like Sami Zayn, but that's one of the matches I was really looking forward to because Sami Zayn's been doing a really good job as IC champion. He's trying to make the belt more relevant on SmackDown. He's working his ass off trying to get the thing back over and make it important. It's an insurmountable task, of course, but he's at least trying. And his new merch is really funny. I am the Intercontinental Champ, just written on, poorly scribbled together. And him and Big E having this chance to go at it, I thought was going to be, a really good high-end mid-card match. Unfortunately, we got on the pre-show, Daniel Bryan, Otis, Big E, and Chad Gable taking on Sammy, King Corbin, Nakamura, and Cesaro in an 8-man tag match. And it was just, who's who of the mid-card. The faces go over in the end. Big E takes out Sami Zayn with a big ending. So they're still building to the match. But I'm glad that Gable is back to Chad Gable and not Shorty G. That's helpful. They kind of just hid that in there. They didn't really make light of that. And it just shows that going past that, Big E does have a lot of people that he can face with the title. So that's interesting still.
Yeah, New Day loses the belts, but it's kind of like whatever. They lost the belts, and it's like, who cares?
Yeah, why should we care? And I'm not thrilled that, the Hurt Business has the titles. This is something they should have had months ago. I guess better late than never, but it would have served them better when they didn't lose all those times going for the titles.
Yeah, that thing is ping pong so much at this point. It just doesn't matter. The tag belts are just dead. I feel nothing. I don't care. They need a new tag team. They need a new tag team, and they need to fix the whole tag division. Is just a joke. Anything with the tag belts is just a waste of time. Might as well not do it.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
The only thing that would have made that Inferno match better was Junior calling it. Bargoed, he set him on fire. Ending was hilarious but good because now I want to see Raw tomorrow.
Yeah, man. JR calling it would have been pretty good, or somebody calling it.
That would have been nice to see JR. Robbie Hyde, thank you so much for the $3. And that is something that I complain about often. I'll give WWE that. I say, what's the reason to tune in for Raw? They gave us a huge one. We're going to see the aftermath of what happened to the Fiend.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't do one of those where Randy comes out and gives the typical heel promo where he's like, good, I burned him. I told you I would. And then we don't get any resolution for weeks. Hopefully that's not how this works like it has in the past, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, in the past when they've done this type of stuff with The Undertaker, they had a pretty cool, sort of comeback story or whatever.
Yeah,
so hopefully
that's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully they involve Alexa because that, I like the Funhouse vignette that they had set up before the pay-per-view started. They played it again before the Inferno match, but you had Alexa, I believe that was her singing Silent Night, and it was just a really well put together, piece before the match. So WWE did announce that, hey, look at that, I'm not crazy. Big E will take on Sami Zayn on Christmas SmackDown. So this Friday, Big E is going for that IC title on SmackDown.
Wow.
So I guess I'm not crazy. It just wasn't tonight. But they're filming their Christmas episode Tuesday. So that'll happen then. And SmackDown on Friday will be taped because it's Christmas Day. So.
Well, that's not. They're gonna wait a minute. So what day are they taping SmackDown? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, man. Okay, so they tape it Tuesday. I mean that. I just hope, I hope Raw is good tomorrow night because we heard all this stuff about the network, and obviously everybody's realizing they hit the lowest rating ever. And you wonder, was this planned the whole time? When did they announce the Firefly thing? Was that this week? Last week?
It wasn't until Tuesday that they announced it was going to, or Tuesday or Wednesday that it was going to be the Inferno match. I think Tuesday, late Tuesday.
You think that's? I mean,
I think it was in reaction partially to because supposedly this wasn't planned in a long-term idea, and then it was allegedly in reaction to the ratings, but also I've heard it the other way where no, they wanted this plan. That's why Orton set him on fire on Raw on Monday. But I'm saying if they started the fire match, why would they not have done that angle the week before and then set up the Inferno match or even announce that it'll be an Inferno match on Raw?
Maybe they wanted the intrigue because when you start saying it all every week, the Inferno match, maybe they wanted the intrigue of, wait a minute, like what the fuck is that? What, it's an Inferno? What, in FireFly Inferno? What the hell is that? Like, where is that coming from? So instead of saying it all every week, all week, they gave it to you the last minute to make people interested. It made me interested. I went, whoa, wait a minute. Because... you know, I didn't really care so much, and now you...
Yeah, because we didn't know what a FireFly Inferno match was.
Yeah.
You know, the Funhouse Inferno. We're like, does that mean it's inside the Funhouse? Does that... And I like the idea an Inferno match is fire around the ring. The FireFly Inferno is around the Thunderdome. So it was taped this afternoon, apparently, as the and as of the first rundown, it wasn't scheduled to be the main event. Apparently, they moved it last minute. And Bray should still be seen because they view Bray and The Fiend as two different people. So we'll see, because we could still see Bray. He'll pop up, and then, you know, maybe we just don't see The Fiend for a while. That, depending on how they handle it, that could work. I don't know. We'll have to see, but at least there's some intrigue here. There's some guessing to be done. There's something to hypothesize and be like, oh, maybe that, you know, there's some fun again. A little bit of interest and intrigue is nice to have, as compared to when we usually leave these pay-per-views miserable and completely, you know, bashing our heads into a wall. Now we're just doing that for other reasons, but
yeah,
I do appreciate what we got from them for the most part tonight. At least the championship matches and then the end of the Inferno for me was all a thumbs up. Like I said, both TLC matches or ladder matches, however you want to put it, I would recommend watching. You can skip matches 2, 3, and 4. Sasha's match is pretty much a waste to me. Same thing with the tag titles and Shayna Baszler and Nia's loss for the women's tag titles. So
right. Let me go back to the donos here and see what people are saying.
Super Chat Party.
This may sound stupid, but tell me that was a stunt dummy of some sort. There's no way he really got set on fire.
Oh, yeah, it was a dummy. Like, unfortunately, I could tell a little too much. I was kind of like, ooh, I wish it was a little better, but I was like, that was pretty awesome, though. Pretty awesome stuff. Like, to be honest.
One of the hands looked a little odd, but all in all, I like the fact that they really paid attention to detail with the outfit being the same, like to a T, which was nice, and the little bit of extra clothing, because Bray doesn't always keep that jacket on when he wrestles. So that was good that they kept that, and it fit with his character. As were Randy, they had to add clothes, so it was a little odd, but it was also a red herring, thankfully. At least he wasn't in his trunk, so you knew he had no chance of getting burnt.
Yeah.
At least they made that an equal playing ground.
Yeah, good call with that. Jay Frost, thank you, man. Definitely good call. It's Caveman Austin. Hello.
It's Christmas time.
Gotta get the gifts. Santa's on his way. I wanna make a porn in Santa's sleigh. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Let's get it on. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's a Christmas song.
It's Christmas time.
This is a fucking Christmas song. I wanna fuck Mrs. Claus.
It's Christmas time.
Wow, that was a cool PPV. 6 out of 5. We see a murder on live TV and Charlotte returns in one night. Boy, this was cool anyway. I'm back and fuck Bill Goldberg and fuck Tommy.
Oh my God.
What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince?
You can tell that it was dummy from a mile away. That thing was stiff as fuck and didn't move 1 second. It's stiffer than Bullfrog's dick before it inserted inside his nephew.
Oh.
This show was okay, but where does it go from here? Anything good? Hell no.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's who knows where it goes from here now. I mean, the Fiend standing. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of the Fiend's gonna have to get the last say. I mean, Randy's burnt down his house. He's burnt him. And I guess the thing is going to be the Fiend keeps coming back and then somehow takes out Randy Orton. Probably takes him out in like a, I mean, what do you do next? You know, to get rid of Orton? Buried alive match? I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know what you do. What you do next? To
I really don't know. But this was a new match.
Hey, TLC 6 or 7 out of 10. I really think this pay-per-view is one of the better ones WWE's put together this year. It definitely is one of the better ones. You know, it is, TLC. I don't know what I would give this overall. Probably a 6 overall. Or, you know, 6.5. But maybe, I mean, I don't know, man. That Inferno match, I loved what they did. I loved what they did. The whole thing. Which is crazy. But I actually loved what they did. I loved the spectacle of what they did with that. I mean... They upped the ante big time on an Inferno match.
Bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly.
Best WWE PPV in a long time, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Raw probably could suck too, by the way. Too sexy. Travis Savage is in the house.
I'm sure Raw is going to be a little unorthodox.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've heard in the background, and I mean, again, allegedly take it all with a grain of salt, but it's coming from stories and people that usually are pretty spot on from what they've get, and it sounds like not just the networks, but other people in the back are just sick of this shit. They don't want to see the lowered ratings. They don't want to see the failing product. They don't want to see diminished returns when they're trying.
Super chat
right.
party.
Watching all of Twitter turn triggered at the sight of Charlotte cleansed my soul. Terrorist, no forgiveness for the crime of being white and blonde, LOL.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Charlotte's fine. She's coming back. It's a big thing to be in there with Asuka. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen. It was so telegraphed. Like, yeah, and the argument is, did they change? People think they changed with Lana at the last minute and decided no. But honestly, now I'm starting to believe that the guy from WWE that was like, nah, dude, this was planned from the beginning. I'm starting to believe that that's true because...
it seems like it.
So we were all like, why are they doing this with Lana? Why are they doing this with Lana? Well, they were doing it with Lana to make you think that's... Right, and that's what was going to happen. But no, now it's Charlotte.
My name is Kane and I'm donating a house.
Despite Charlotte bringing up Eddie Guerrero where it didn't fit and The Fiend losing again, this PPV was actually good. I'm liking Otis a lot more now that he's slimmer and less of an obnoxious redneck fidget. 5 out of 10. The 2020 commercial sucked.
Yeah, that 2020 commercial is awful. That thing is a disaster. I got an email the other day from WWE and it said, we're wishing you happy holidays. So if you click the link on the email, it took you to that video and it was unlisted on their YouTube channel and it only had 40 or 50 views on it. And I wasn't that early to the email. So I'm like, oh, a lot of people must not have clicked on this. So this is, you know, what is this? I watched it and it was that 2020 thing with the Drew McIntyre beating up the 2020 year. And I was like, this is the cringiest, dumbest thing they've done.
God.
I mean,
it was kind of
how
funny.
Childlike can you get?
I mean, for the Mimi people out there who are like 13, they probably liked it, I guess, maybe.
I don't even think they cared for it, honestly.
It's like WWE was like, look, we do memes too.
It was just ridiculous. That was awful.
We're WWE and we do memes.
And it's funny the way that they put in the video footage after, because Drew was the only one that obviously filmed something for that. The rest were just clips. But if you noticed, who did they have afterwards? They had Face Roman hitting 2020. Okay. They had John Cena. Okay. So it's just a more false advertisement from WWE as well. But it's just so ridiculous. But I have heard that there's supposed to be a alleged all hands meeting, all hands on deck thing tomorrow, and a lot of things are supposed to be discussed, and they want to finalize plans before break for Christmas, and we'll see. But sounds like people are not happy with how the ratings are turning out. Finally, and I think the biggest issue was it wasn't last week that they lost people, and a lot of people don't realize this. It wasn't like they had their usual audience tune in and then people tuned out. People never tuned in to begin with.
Right.
That 1.5 just went lower and lower and lower. That many people tuned in, and then they continued to lose people. But they, it started that low.
Yeah,
so
it was
people
bad.
just didn't tune in to begin with. It wasn't like people said, this is boring. They didn't care at all to start. That's bad.
Oh, man, that's so crazy.
That's really bad. So it's not like they said, The Miz in the main event again, I'm out. No, they just never put the channel on.
That's so crazy.
That speaks volumes. That's really bad. So as far as this pay-per-view goes, I want to give this night probably a 6. I feel like that's fair because I really, really enjoyed the first match and the second to last and last match. It was just the middle 3 that dragged the night down, but I don't want to say they dragged it down to the point where it was something you'd want to miss. I think that half of this show was certainly worthwhile, so I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I'd probably go 6 as well. Just because, man, but I really appreciate what they did at the end. And maybe, this would have been a 4 for me. And so, this went to a 6 by that last match. Maybe a 5. It would have been maybe a 5 because the opening match was pretty good. And they tried some other things, and it was all right. It was an all right thing, 5 out of 10 for me. And then this Inferno stuff just was fun for me. I don't know why. I had fun with it. I really did. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. And I would have a beer for Larry Funk tonight, but I just took my medication for the antibiotics, and so I won't be doing that. But obviously, rest in peace, Larry Funk. We're thinking about Larry Funk. We're going to talk about him all week, I'm sure. We're going to have clips of him. I want to thank his nephew for telling me because I had no idea. A lot of times people thought, things happened to him throughout the years.
We were so worried a while ago because it was so long since we heard from him. And we didn't hear from Bud for quite a bit. And then we found out, even before that, when he had the surgery, we didn't hear from him for a little while. So it wasn't uncommon to have these lapses in, contact from him. But usually never this long.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's 8 months.
It's hard to lose anybody.
Well,
ever.
he was, this had nothing to do with that because, he usually waited 8 months to call anyway.
Yeah.
But he got COVID a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
COVID's what took him out because, he had because he was doing good. He was doing really good because
That's what I'm saying. He went through the liver transplant, was taking care of himself and said he was feeling better and doing better. And
he had a rough year and a half. First year and a half with the liver transplant, really rough. And then recently, like a year and a half ago, he told us, he was like, my meds, I'm barely on meds because it's doing so well. So his liver was taking big time. He was doing better. But he was weak, man. He was weak, but he was doing fine. And he was going to be fine, it looked like. And he was doing better than he ever had. He was doing better than the first year when he had the transplant. So it was going really much better. And so then to fucking apparently pass away of COVID, that's freaking crazy. Assuming that this is all real.
Yeah.
It seems real. If Austin is his, is his nephew, he seems like he is. I don't remember though, unless someone's messing with us. But I talked to this guy before. I think about Larry too, so pretty sure that's right. And you said it was his nephew, right? So
yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's what I had been.
Unless someone's messing with us big time, he's.
I knew they wouldn't, but
I knew that he had friends and other people that listened. So,
yeah. Oh, he definitely did because it was about a year ago when we had been contacted by somebody, and then that's when he had called in. Not long after that.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, if this is all real, which it looks like it is.
Yeah, Callum's right because you said on the SummerSlam review this year for have him try and avoid COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of our worries.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know you said it the other day. Maybe it was on Throwdown or one of your streams, but you're like, it's funny how the holidays always make it worse, and you're not sure why that is. And I think, like I don't think about my grandmother often. I kind of keep it out of my mind, out of sight, out of mind. You're not sad, it's a while ago. All right. But my cousin, I think about yearly every time because he took his life on Christmas. So you can't get away from it. The lights, something will remind you, where if you didn't have the holiday decorations, it wouldn't be such a in your face constant reminder. So that, I think, obviously it's horrible to lose anyone anytime, but the holidays, especially because you're so focused on family, it always makes it worse. And then it also acts as a reminder. So it's difficult.
Right. Yeah, man, it's a weird time, but I mean, the show tonight, 6 out of 10. Let's go back to the donos. Listen to hear what you guys are saying about TLC.
Party.
And I'm gonna get
Rebrand and heel turn Carmella just to feed her to the Sasha Banks steamroller. Now she ruins pay-per-views and Star Wars shows.
I mean, I wish that Sasha was the heel, to be honest. Like, as always, I wish Sasha was the heel. But
I don't mind Carmella being in the heel role. I thought she was doing quite well with the bitchy attitude and thinking highly of herself. They finally got the Emelina they wanted after all this time, and she's doing really well with it.
But what happened? But they took it away from Mandy. Like, it was like now everybody's lost. It feels like
it's been one after the other after the other. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with their women's division. They have so much talent. Now they'll go back to focusing everything on Charlotte. Guarantee it. So.
What else we got?
Oh, God.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
I don't think it hurts the Fiend at all. Undertaker lost these matches a lot to come back stronger, darker.
Yeah.
Great PPV. I liked almost all. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, man. Alexa's sweet ass. Liking it a little bit more, but damn, you got to give it to him, man. This was fun. That ending was fun to me. I love the Inferno thing tonight. That's got to be the best.
It was enjoyable
Inferno.
and it was exciting, and that's not something that happens. Often where you leave a pay-per-view or show being like, "Oh, this is," and the thing with the Undertaker, we can see what happened.
Here we go.
How they handle it.
Here we go. Oh, no.
We all know he is watching Live in the Sky. Rest in peace, Larry Funk. Hearing him on the show was always treat. He is the true GOAT.
Jacob Forden, man, thank you for the $5. Yeah, man, I love you, Larry, man. Larry, you motherfucker. I promise you, Leah will masturbate in her bed tonight for you in heaven or wherever you are, Larry Funk. Man, I just love Larry Funk. I love listening to him. Sometimes he'd talk to me off the air. He'd be like, I'm still here, just letting you know, and shit, and we'd, have a little talk, and he would try to call in. But, yeah, man, he just crazy. I don't know, man. I mean, we worried about it for a while, but he was doing so well.
Super Chat Party.
If WWE didn't sell the first few rows that Inferno set up would have been awesome. Live.
That would be crazy.
I would have seen that in person. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, imagine being there for that. Inferno. They only sell the boxes above, so you can watch from the boxes.
Hey,
the luxury boxes.
To see it in person at this point, I'd sit outside.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point where you get stir crazy and.
Yeah, I mean,
missing concerts and all that kind of stuff. Live, it's really starting to set in for everybody. So
when I was at CVS today, which I don't go out too many places anymore,
Yeah.
So being at CVS felt like I was being bad or something. Like after I was out after work or out after hours as a kid or something, shopping at CVS and Walmart.
Shit bum.
D. Welsh.
Evening Joe and Jake show was alright. 6. 5/10. I think not only do I speak for myself but for the entire JCS family. Rest easy, Larry. Well, take it from here, brother.
Love Larry Funk, ma'am. At least I got the tears out of the way. Now I can speak again. Fucking COVID, dude. Only in 2020 would we lose Larry Funk. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Only in 2020 will we lose fucking Larry. I can't even believe it. All the other years, all the things we thought he was gone. I'm sure that TSS and me and we'll find some of the best monetize this Larry. We got a lot of Larry to go through, a lot of Bud, a lot of Larry to go through. So looks like oh wow, that it's definitely.
I was pretty sure it's legitimate.
So his Larry Funk's nephew has taken over his Twitter account, so it's definitely all 100%.
Okay.
Because his nephew tweeted out that thanks for the support in my family and all kinds of stuff. So, and Larry had not tweeted since 2018.
Yeah, you know what the funny part is too? I swear on Danny, I just checked his Twitter 2 days ago.
Yep, I did
literally
too.
2 days ago because I hadn't seen him and heard about him. I'm like, I wonder if he's tweeting. And there was an old tweet that he sent to you, and it was funny because he said something. It was supposed to be corrupted, but I forgot what he put on there. And with his redneck speak that always cracked us up, he went ahead and he was like, "What time do you want me to come on?" Talking about you to the show. And you can't see your reply because it's from your old tweet, your old Twitter account. But just seeing all of his misspelled words and everything, and I was like, you two were made for each other.
Yeah, we went to the same school.
You guys really, I took many years to learn how to speak Cronin, but he nailed it right away. So
he copied me in school, man. Or I copied him in school. Bro. So yeah, I mean that's really it. I think Raw will probably disappoint us tomorrow night. I would think that we're not really going to get.
Yeah, because
I mean, maybe
we've gotten when the Undertaker comes back from things like this, he either came back in a new way or it was like a big important return into a WrestleMania. So maybe if we don't see Bray and the Fiend, and we just see Alexa Bliss, or if we just get Bray and not the Fiend for a while, and they can act like the Fiend is dead. That's it. You killed him, and then eventually they have to bring him back. Like there's a lot I think they can do that would make fans happy here. Maybe imagine if Alexa Bliss is fine tomorrow. She snapped out of it because the Fiend's gone. His power is gone because they killed him. That's it, And I don't know. I think there's so many ways of, we're not here to think this out for them. But if you actually go and think of something creative and map it out for the next few weeks, I think there's a lot that they could tell here that would be really interesting. Will they give it to us? Probably not. But I'm still worried we're going to get some sort of McMahon all hands on deck thing ourselves tomorrow where they promise us all.
That's what I wonder.
Once again,
is he going to come out at the beginning and be like, and do some dumb shit or?
I hope not. We did hear also that, the road to WrestleMania officially starts on the 31st of January as that's officially the date for the Royal Rumble. January 31st.
That's the Rumble?
No venue is yet confirmed.
And they think they're going to get
likely
people?
That they won't be leaving Tropicana Field, so.
They're at Tropicana Field in Florida.
Yeah, right now that's where the Thunderdome. That's where they were tonight.
Well, today Miami Dolphins. I was watching the Patriots game, and they looked like they had a few thousand people, right, or something like that in the crowd.
That's why WWE is still working to get fans for the Royal Rumble. So that's something they're working on, and they're allowing fans in the Thunderdome for the Christmas episode of SmackDown this Friday.
Oh wow! What? Wait a minute. Wait, say that again.
They're allowing fans in the Thunderdome for the TV taping of SmackDown for this Friday, the Christmas episode.
So that's different.
It says the company won't air the episode until December 25th, but you can go ahead and they're allowing fans in the Thunderdome for the Christmas episode, apparently. So I don't know if people are going to be around, if they're just utilizing the Thunderdome. I think that just means the Thunderdome, but I hope that they start letting fans in again soon. That would be ideal because they could do it for more than the Rumble. We see fans elsewhere. I know you want to keep people safe, but we've said it so many times. AEW is able to do it. Why can't you?
Yeah, why can't
NXT
they
does it in the CWC. Granted, it's a very, very, very small scale there, but they're still able to do something. Yeah. So I don't know how many they're going to allow for the Rumble. It doesn't have any even guesstimated idea, but I just can't envision having a Rumble with only digital fans. You need the people counting down live, and you just need that type of surrounding for the Rumble. You need people in attendance, or else there's no magic to it. That's one of those things that absolutely needs an audience. I would say that the top two, and they proved me wrong with WrestleMania, they did Mania without an audience. It worked. It didn't feel right, but it still worked. But I don't think there's a way to have a Rumble work without an audience.
Right.
Having people not count down between each entrant and cheer when people are eliminated, and having those fake can effects, I don't think that'll work well. That'd probably be too distracting.
Yeah.
But we do have the date set for the 31st. So if they do it at Tropicana Field, they made their own enclosure around the ring. So they're on top of the baseball field, obviously. They're on the diamond. And they just put everything on top of that and then closed it in so they could do the pyro and have the lights sealed. And they can, if they just open up the top of that, they could put fans above the bowl,
Right.
that they made. Why not do it that way? Have fans sit in the, above the dugout stands in the actual stadium, and then keep the Thunderdome there, and then the ring in the center.
Right.
Oh, I understand, Justin, that no event will ever feel right without an audience, but I feel like it would be a total disservice to have a Rumble with no fans in attendance. To me, that's a huge misstep.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer was talking the other day, and he says the company knows that their performance is bad with Raw. They're not making excuses either. The direct quote from him was that nobody was fooling anyone trying to make excuses. It was like, yeah, this is bad. What that means, I have no idea what that means or how they're going to change it. The story that USA Network said they wanted more adult or dark content, he says that's not true. He said, were they happy with the rating? Of course not. There's an exception of what Raw is supposed to do, and it just wasn't that. Expectation, excuse me, not exception. And I get that, but from other people that we've heard about this USA Network saying that they wanted more adult content, I tend to believe that is true, not just because I want it to be, but from other people that have said it. So far, Meltzer's the only one saying that it's not the case. So,
yeah, Meltzer kind of had a few things pretty much nailed. I got to be honest. A lot of people make fun of him and stuff like that. Him and WrestleVotes and him really were pretty good with everything. So far,
Alvarez had quite a bit.
Well, yeah,
he's
part of he's part of Meltzer. But yeah,
they kind of separate those two, but still,
they got about, I want to say about at least four things from all those guys, including WrestleVotes. So we'll see Monday night. If McMahon comes out Monday night and says anything, then there's definitely a lot of truth and a lot of rumors. If they change the tone of Raw and there's some craziness, absolute craziness tomorrow, then there's something up too. But
it doesn't seem like it's desperate, like they're actually trying to change things, and it's not just...
Probably not, though. They're probably not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Aside
I want
from
to see
saying,
actual changes start being made, not these Band-Aids. I don't want to see Brock come back, even though they don't have Brock at this point.
They can bring Brock back. Just make sure you change the show. Make the show good. Brock was much better when, he first came back, and also back in the day, because things were better back then.
Exactly. But bringing Brock back himself and making him champion is not going to save your ratings. It might get you an increase for 1 week because people are like, oh, he's back. Besides that, no one's going to care. Not to the extent that they think it'll fix things. I don't know. I want to see wrestling in all aspects do better, but they're not really, it doesn't seem like they're always putting their best foot forward. They get almost $300 million a year for Raw. $300 million each year. I think it's like $265 and change. Ridiculous. And that's what they're putting, out each week. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, this is really sad. But we've been saying this for years. And if Vince comes out and just goes, we're going to do different things. It's like, whatever.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Dunkachino.
It's a whole new game.
Dunkachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I guess this didn't want to read this, but happy holidays, Joe and Jake. Tag Team World Wrestling Podcast champions, no debate there. Botch Club and the Wrestle Daily, fresh new content just added, must see. The Goldust and Vince McMahon meme is blowing up on Instagram for Botch Club right now as we speak. Botch Club, thank you guys so much. You guys,
yes, Botch Club. I saw you shout me out in the donations last night in the pre-corrupted stream, so I heard you. I'm always watching.
Told you he's watching naked in his bed. Botch Club, baby. Go check him out. Do you love wrestling botches? Then you're gonna love Botch Club. With wrestling botches from today, yesterday, and years ago. Whether it's WWE, AEW, or more, Botch Club is insane. Daily botches, hilarious videos, crazy, dangerous maneuvers, things that you may have not even seen yourself. The wrestlers themselves follow Botch Club, and they're in the comments sometimes because they can't get enough of Botch Club either. Whether it's Botch Club on Instagram or TikTok, or their counterpart, the Wrestle Daily. Follow the Wrestle Daily and Botch Club on Instagram and TikTok right now. You won't regret it because everybody else is doing it too. We're talking about 27,000 people. Botch Club. Follow them right now. Don't be a
Bitch. Botch Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, Botch Club, go check them out. Let's see what else we got here. We're talking about TLC, WWE TLC, Inferno match. Our friend Larry Funk has passed away. I did a lot of people coming in and saying, what? And yeah, it did happen. We confirmed it. So it's terrible, and I'm sure we're going to talk about it all week. And just really sad. It really makes me mad because too sexy Travis Savage with the Super Cat chat party, because this guy battled through all this stuff, got the transplant, you know. We knew him before he had the transplant, and then he had the transplant. And then to battle through it all and then make it through all that stuff and then be doing really good and then die of COVID is just shit. So that just sucks.
Really killing me at this point.
So just awful. And unfortunately found out, I read that, I almost wish I didn't look at my DMs until a little bit later, but I looked right as I just was reading and saw my DM, and right as I started the Inferno match review. And the Fiend's dead too.
Funk forever.
Larry Funk forever, baby. Funk forever. That might be the thing. Funk forever, man. Rest in peace to Larry Funk, Bud. Bud, we would talk about
what else we got?
having Bud.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. That's
Want
it.
some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Kea pulled a Cactus Jack type of 9 Lives performance. Roman spear through barricade could be a donation. I thought Flair was good. Nia is so blubbery.
Yeah, that spear was nuts. Diverse. That spear was nuts, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, the one through the barricade was really good.
I thought they really did try to kind of do some things tonight. You know, TLCs usually kind of stink, and, you know, hardcore pay-per-views suck. But, you know, they tried.
Usually these theme shows are crap.
Yeah, they tried to do stuff tonight. You know, they really did. And, you know, you got some of it. You know, Owens and Reigns in the opening match, and then the Inferno match. It's Aru Shin-Chu showing up for Larry Funk tonight.
Into outer space. I slay bitches every day.
R.I.P. Larry Funk.
Rest in peace, Larry Funk. Thank you, sir. Arushin Chu. Good to hear from Mr. Arushin Chu. Thanks for the $7, Aru. And I really want to thank his nephew for reaching out, because otherwise we would have had no idea, man.
You wouldn't have known, yeah.
So,
yeah, wouldn't have known. That wouldn't have been good at all.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. That's
Want
it.
some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
The thing about Reigns' match is it was kinda good but also didn't make Roman look very strong since he needed so much help Jinder style. One flip side positively Owens looked super strong.
And the flip side, positively, Owens looked strong. Yeah, they did. They really did do, like, they made Kevin Owens look really strong in this match. Like, it was very close. They really almost made it look like Kevin Owens could pull this out. You know,
Yeah,
so
even with the numbers disadvantage, and they did well with AJ, I thought too, making him look pretty strong at the end.
Oh yeah.
Can't say I knew Larry Funk personally, but big love and condolences to the JCS fam.
Yeah, man. Spaz Phoenix, what's up, bro? It was probably a little bit before your time.
Thank you, Spaz.
But he was just, he was a guy that started calling my show a long time ago, calling my show way back, dude, when I had before with my original crew. He was calling the shows with my original crew back when it was me and Tommy C and Jesse and Dave Rose, like, and when JB first was, before he even called, I think, or around when he first. This is very far back when Larry Funk, we met him. So
yeah,
so old school guy, and recently he called up only about once a year or so, but there was a time for about 3 years where he called like
all the time.
A lot.
Party.
Nazmul Hossein, thank you so much, Hossein, for the 99 cents, baby. Super chat party, boom.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for the money. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it, man. Very much, man. I just can't get over enough. I just can't get over how they actually went to this step. I literally said earlier tonight, it'd be great if they set the whole building on fire or something like that, or made the whole place. Why couldn't they put pyro throughout the building? I was actually talking to someone else about that earlier on a different place, in a stream.
How many times have we joked about burning somebody alive?
That too, yeah.
So I mean that in its own right. On a side note, I was going to bring this up earlier, but AJ
Super chat.
went ahead, and I'll bring it up.
What's good, Joe? I saw the PPV just now.
Oh, good,
Matthew
man. I
Ryan.
thought 6 out of 10,
Yeah, we both gave it a 6, and definitely watched the first match and the last 2 matches. Both TLC matches were really good.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
The god that The Undertaker was afraid to face at WrestleMania. R.I.P. Larry Funk. His final form is complete and his throne awaits.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Leon. Leon S. Kennedy, baby. Thank you, man. Love to Larry Funk, man. We love that man. And I heard he was pretty much that fucking awesomeness in real life, too. That's what his nephew says, that that guy was a great, funny guy in real life, too. So it was, we knew it. We knew he was just, man, he just loved the shows. He was a great guy. He was older. He was a funny bastard.
I remember him hitting me up, and he's like, "Tell me you have the page leaks." And I was like, "Wait, what?" He was the first one to bring it to my attention.
Yeah, tell me you have the page leaks.
That was like the first message. And then I sent him the video back, and that was like, I remember him freaking out like a kid in a candy store because he loved Paige. He loved Paige.
Oh my God, dude. He was like, woohoo, yeah.
I still see it in my DMs. You see Brad with the camera, and you're like, yep, there's Larry, begging me for the leaks. It was so funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah, I remember he was super horny for Paige. He was like, he's like, you guys all know how to get that shit or whatever, Oh, man, I don't remember. I can't think of like an exact clip of where they are, but there's a lot of them. I'll find them all, or I'll find a good amount of them if we can. We'll pull them up and we'll do a tribute. all week, I'm sure. I just can't even believe it right now, so I can't even think about whatever. So I'm all fucked up right now. And so isn't the Fiend, man. Fiend's with Larry.
Fiend's extra crispy. Oh, I was telling you before, AJ, he had a meeting in Connecticut with Vince, Xavier Woods, and Sasha Banks. They all had a sit down in Stanford to go ahead and discuss the IP issue with Twitch and third, party sites.
Oh.
And AJ says that we do well talking financially. And he says as far as the WWE is concerned, and if there's an opportunity...
Chat party.
Spaz Phoenix, baby.
Save the briefcase, put it back on Mania so we can pretend it means something. I think next year if we have a no fans rumble, that'll be a breaking point for a lot of fans. 2020 fucks so hard.
That might be what that might actually be what they're doing. They may want to announce, I honestly do believe that they might announce that they're bringing back the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania.
That would be great.
Because that was always pretty good.
Get rid of the pay-per-view itself and just bring back the Money in the Bank briefcase for then.
Yep.
Or if you're going to keep Money in the Bank pay-per-view, whoever didn't have their briefcase defended at Mania, have that one. Just have one, though, not two in the same night.
Yeah, just have the main event. That's the Money in the Bank. And yeah. Exactly. Spaz Phoenix, thanks for the $10, Spaz.
So AJ says here that, we make a lot of money, and if there's an opportunity to pay that money back that we work hard for in different times, then we should. So basically he's saying here that, we should be okay with giving WWE our money, because he says that my face is intellectual property for WWE. That's his direct quote. And then he says, I wasn't happy about it. No one was, but it is what it is. I'll handle it the way I have to. I'm a team player. Vince is the captain. I'll follow his lead as far as Vince is concerned. So he just sounds like a real corporate soldier. And it's kind of disgusting, because you look back and he was streaming long before any of this was ever discussed and changed. And on top of it, you look back and it's like AJ Styles has been AJ Styles in many, many, many companies. It's not just WWE that he's been AJ Styles in. So how do they, they can't just claim that, oh, we made you completely popular. Maybe, yeah, they did make Sasha Banks famous, but they didn't make AJ Styles famous.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, they're right.
And they're independent contractors. What if you're a masked wrestler as well? A Rey Mysterio or, Sin Cara. So Vince still owns your face even if it's under a mask. And if their faces are intellectual property, how can they be independent contractors? If they don't own their own appearances, how can they be independent contractors?
I've always been mad that I got to be honest, I'm kind of salty about them playing games too. You know what I mean? I've always just been mad that I feel like the product isn't that good and these guys are over here playing video games all the time. Maybe that's so I've been irritated by it, but not because of money. I'm not mad that necessarily they're making money. Maybe that's all WWE cares about. I'm mad that they think well, fuck, whatever happens on Raw, I don't give a fuck, because I got my own fucking YouTube and Twitch, so fuck it. Kind of like...
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that, but I get the argument of WWE saying, you can't be Zelina Vega, so you have to use your real name. Okay, fine, but they can't tell you can't stream, and then you have to pay them to stream. That just... And for him to defend this, it sounds so corporate of him. He sounds like a corporate soldier, and it's just a big bitch move from him. He sounds like a company bitch, and it's just not a great look. And doesn't really feel like they defended themselves at all. And I know you don't want to burn every bridge, and you're not going to be like, fuck Vince. He's handling it in a PR sense, but I don't feel like what he said stood up for himself at all either. So that's kind of a common problem in the WWE. It's only the disgruntled employees that ever speak the truth, and then they get labeled as problem people. So, of course, they had a bad issue in the locker room or with creative because they're hard to work with. They get those kind of labels. So you never really get that exposed moment for WWE, unfortunately. And this is something that they should have been called out more for, taking away people's livelihood during a pandemic because you want more money during a time where you're making record-breaking profits because you're not on, house show circuits and whatnot, is ridiculous. They fired a ton of people. They laid off a ton of people. And they've changed all these things during a time where they're making more money than they ever have before. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the priorities are so out of whack in wrestling. Just so out of whack in wrestling right now. And I don't know who to blame. I know who to blame, but I don't 100% know. I feel like it's just a kind of a combination of everything isn't working. Like even if you had the greatest writing and like the best story stuff going on, would these guys really be able to put it over the top anyway, So, but it certainly would be better. Is the point is like this 3 out of 4, this 3 out of 10 and 4 out of 10 scores and 2 out of 10 scores and below. It's just so unacceptable. There's no reason why you shouldn't be doing good enough for me to give it a 6 at least. If you can get a 6, yeah, we're going to be sitting here sometimes bored a lot and mad at 5s and 6s and 7s. But my God, man, the fact that we're giving stuff 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s.
Yeah, you don't want to tune out at that point in time. You might be a little bored, but you're not angry. I'm not so frustrated tonight with the booking decisions that I want to, rip my hair bald and go ahead and set the house on fire. It's there's no TVs being smashed. There's no, you don't feel that way. You don't feel cheated and slighted. Even like I could say that Carmella match wasn't great, because why debut a character? But for what we got in the ring, it was serviceable. They had a good match. It told a decent story. And, there wasn't all these botches. There wasn't it was just not great. Yeah. But thankfully, it wasn't insultingly bad either.
Right. Yeah. I'm happy that it wasn't that way. I don't know. John Wills wants to come in here, but he was calling on Discord. I see Scotty Boy's there too. I'm sure Scott wants to say something. John Wills, what up, man?
What's up, Joe?
What's going on, man?
Yo, so I didn't watch the show tonight, but I heard that Larry Funk died.
Yeah, he died. He died of Thursday, it looks like. We talked to his nephew.
Oh, fuck, man, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, bro, it's so bad. He got COVID.
He fucking died from COVID?
Yeah, because he had the liver transplant like 3 years ago. And that he was very compromised with that. He was on a lot of medication to keep, for it to keep and stuff like that with his body. So he was in the fucking hospital, from what his nephew said, for the last couple weeks. And then he died Thursday. So crazy fucking shit, bro. I mean, he called not that long ago and he was like, I'm doing the best. He sounded the best he did, because he used to, when he called a year ago and when he called a couple years ago, and he was like, we were like, wow, we haven't heard from you in a while. We were worried. And he was like, yeah, man, it's just been it's been rough with the damn thing. Like, it's crazy. And you know what I mean? And he's like, the liver, he was sick all the time. And then all of a sudden, for about a year, 8 months, he was killing it. And he called up and he's like, hey guys, and he was all like lively, and I was like, wow, you haven't sound this perked up in like 3 years. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing so well, they took me off all these medications because it was taking so well. So, and then he gets COVID apparently, and that's what kills him.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I remember the one time he called in, it was on Monetize This, and I mean, I don't remember the last time. I remember it was like around maybe this past summer he called.
Yeah, it was like
the last time.
Yeah, it was like June or something.
SummerSlam, I think somebody had said before. We had said it was the last time.
Okay, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, SummerSlam, because we were like telling him to stay inside and stuff like that. We're like, oh man, I can't fucking believe that.
He was all lively. He called in like he.
Oh yeah.
Was fucking happy. He'd call in.
Yeah, he definitely called in like May, June, or July, something like that this year. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, man.
Just a moment. Hey, TKO Rising in the chat. I'm not a fucking troll. I'm an original JCS member for fucking 6 years, so you can suck my dick.
Yeah, this is John Wills, man. This is producer John Wills. This is a guy. Yeah, I get what he's saying though. He's He don't know. But yeah,
I
this
ain't
is
no goddamn troll, so shut the fuck up.
you know, TKO's been around a while too. I'm surprised he doesn't recognize you. John Wills, baby. But yeah, John, man. Anyway, man, I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, you should check it out, man. The Inferno shit was really good. Like, it was pretty good. Like, pretty exciting, especially when you didn't know. I didn't see the fire coming, so.
I'll get a chance to check it out.
Yeah, man. But yeah, well, I'm sure we'll be talking about Larry all week, and fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, can I just fucking say fuck COVID, fuck 2020? I want it to fucking end.
Yeah, only fucking 2020 would take Larry Funk from us. I mean, are you fucking serious? Like, seriously, what the fuck, bro?
First with fucking Kobe Bryant, now we fucking ended with fucking Larry Funk. Fuck
Right?
this shit. I'm done.
Yeah, this sucks. I can't even believe that, bro. Fucking, we lost fucking Kobe Bryant, and now we lose somebody that the person that could one of the only people that could shock me the most, that I don't even care about and that I don't even follow, Kobe Bryant. And then somebody
else, because you just didn't he was almost like infallible in a way. Like, you didn't expect him to ever not be here, especially
you could rape anybody and you just be like, whatever.
He was just somebody that I viewed anyway.
And now we've lost the goddamn mascot of the fucking JCS show, the Joe Cronin show. We lost our goddamn mascot.
Yeah, he was the original crack pack.
Yo, Scott. No.
You want to hear some real shit?
What's that?
Because Real Talk Metaphor Messiah wants to come at me, bro.
Oh boy,
I'll hear you that motherfucker.
You realize that we lost Larry Funk.
Oh shit! Wait, am I on the call?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I forgot I was on hold. I was doing my own fucking. Shout out to Larry Funk. I fucking love you, bro. I remember the time that. Remember Joe when Larry Funk fucking shouted me out, man, that time?
Wasn't it the Alien song at the end of the first Alien song? He goes, la 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 la.
Yeah, man. And that voice is fucking la 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 la. It was like right around the time where me and Tommy NC 2010 were becoming friends, and Tommy NC 2010 was like, yo, I love you, with that quick and stiffer picker upper quote. And like, that was back when me and Tommy actually had Skype calls together. Like, Tommy would call me off air like 24/7, like 40 times a day. We all know when you become friends with Tommy NC 2010, he calls you about 40 times a day.
Yeah, at 3 a.m. in the morning. Hey, I was just wondering, how do I cook this thing? Like, he like asked me how to cook stuff at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, he done that to me. I mean, a couple times not 3 in the morning, but like, I think the latest Tommy called me was like 11 p.m. at night.
I got called at 3 a.m.
Well, that's you, Joe. I mean, there's a big difference. You're like his father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby. Well,
and
listen.
I'm like his little brother. So like back then, it was like he would call me at 11 and call Joe at 3. So at 11, he would ask me about sex, and at about 3, he would ask Joe about cooking.
Well, listen, man.
Listen, Tosh.0 groomed Tommy NC 2010 confirmed.
I think he did to touch people. Listen, Scott, man, all week we're going to be talking about Larry Funk, I'm sure, man. I'll let you go, but I just wanted to bring you in here real quickly so you could say your Larry Funk thing.
I appreciate that. I didn't really say anything yet because that was unexpected. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Larry Funk, bro, like, let me say this. This is crazy because there's been so many fucking times where we joked about it. We thought we didn't know if it was real. Like, remember how many times Larry Funk went missing? We didn't even know if he's really.
Oh yeah, we thought he had died several times. Yeah, several times we'd look him up and we thought something was wrong.
Yeah, and like the guy got a 20-year-old's liver recently.
Yep.
So, what did he die from? Do you know?
COVID.
Fuck off. Are you serious?
Yeah, he got COVID 2 weeks ago.
Fuck off.
Or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because his system system couldn't deal with it, man. I mean, to be honest, this is the first person that I've known that has died of it.
What the fuck, man? Seriously?
Yep, it's fucking crazy, bro.
I'm gonna go on a fucking tirade tonight.
Burn it.
I have Larry Funk's soul in my fucking alien body. I am gonna fucking have a 5-hour stream for Larry Funk tonight. I fucking love you, Larry Funk. You're a fucking huge part of the Joe Cronin show. You always have been. I fucking love you, brother.
Well,
this is really, really fucking me up.
I know, bro. This is crazy, dude. I was freaking out earlier at the beginning of the stream. I'm doing better now, but appreciate it, man. All right, Scotty, man. Go back to your thing.
I love
go
you
crazy.
guys, man.
Well, go back to your thing.
Have a good night.
Go do your thing, man. So as far as Monday night, I guess we got everything there. Who knows what we're going to see Monday? I don't know. I know I'm going to watch this again. I'm going to watch the Inferno match again because just it excited me so much. I got to be honest. I mean, maybe it's not as good as I thought, or maybe it's better. I don't know, but I'm gonna watch it again. In a few minutes here.
Yeah, I definitely want to go and watch it in full once more. And what was I going to say before too? Matt Riddle signed a new contract because his expires in August, and the company's walking him into a new deal. The new deal is roughly $400,000 for 3 years, so it's $400,000 a year guaranteed. So he could make more, and $50,000 for every show in Saudi extra.
What the hell?
So it seems like they're still planning on booking Saudi shows if this is being put in the contract. They're going to go back to there as soon as they can. And then Meltzer also let us know, and I've heard this elsewhere too. I talked about this, I think, 2 weeks ago, about Lars Sullivan and about him not being used, and now it's being confirmed. Vince doesn't want another big man heel on SmackDown right now because Roman's being portrayed as the top heel with Jay beneath him. So they have nothing planned for Lars Sullivan. Then why bring him to SmackDown as a heel if you know you don't want another heel there? That's somebody that could have went up against Drew and did something, at least for a one-off. I think they could have made that work. At least it's something in the meantime. But you do all the work of the 3-week vignette push where they did the interviews about him bullying the bullies and all that nonsense that I couldn't stand, and then nothing. Not even a match. Just off TV. Don't even show up to SmackDown anymore. We have nothing for you. What a wasted return yet again.
What are they doing to this guy?
I don't know. It's just that ridiculous.
That is so weird. Man, they don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. They have no clue.
They don't know.
I mean,
that was our problem with the Lana thing, and at least my main problem, because that was the main focus of the women's division on Raw for 8-9 weeks, essentially, whatever the hell it was. All the time she got put through a table and getting her revenge, and I guess she got her revenge because she beat Lana. That's how WWE framed it, even though she got destroyed afterwards and injured in kayfabe. It just seems that was always their plan, and Charlotte was coming back. So Charlotte's boobs are now smaller, and she had the surgery to correct the leaking silicone that she had in one of her implants. That's been fixed.
It's like they used Lana just to make you think this is what they're doing, all to be like, look, no, Charlotte's back. Like, what?
Yeah, they really wanted to subvert expectations.
It was a little too long. Like, it was too much. Because you were like, why do I care about this? Am I supposed to care about this? Okay, I guess I care about this. I guess I don't care. What are they doing? I don't care. Oh, Lana's out now. Okay. Someone else will be in. Okay, who? Charlotte. Okay. Like, that's it. Now, if like Becky Lynch or somebody like that was returning, or somebody that was like, a prominent face, Charlotte's not the type that could return, and that would be an exciting situation.
Exactly, and the WWE says, but it's Charlotte.
I like yes,
just aren't going to go nuts for a Charlotte return.
I like Charlotte
especially
a lot,
when they telegraphed it and it wasn't really a surprise.
Yeah, see, I like Charlotte a lot. I like her in the matches and stuff like that. She's like solid. She's great. But
like Sting, we knew
like
Sting was coming. We knew eventually we would see him. Like it was all but set. But we didn't know that night it was happening. I certainly had no clue. They kept that a secret, and they did a really good job with that. Had they done something like that with Charlotte, obviously we're not stupid. We know she'll be back eventually. We know she's working her way back at sometime soon. But had we not had it be so evidently obvious, it could have been fun. They should have injured Lana tonight before the pay-per-view started, so you had no idea that Asuka had to find a partner.
Yeah.
And then Asuka, suddenly says, well, and then she comes out with Charlotte. Shit, that would have been a little bit more exciting.
Right. Or like You could.
And then Charlotte explains tomorrow. I just happened to be there to sign my updated contract, something like that, or sign some paperwork. That's all you got to say. And Asuka, I saw what happened, and I couldn't let that atrocity happen. And then she says, "Well, actually, you know what? I didn't care about, your match. I just cared to the fact that I was never female tag champ. She could do something like that. That plays to her. Because why would she help Asuka? They feuded so many times." She certainly didn't leave as a face, so I don't think Charlotte's a face now.
Right.
I don't know what she could be, but we'll see. But at least that would play to her ego. She wanted to placate her own desires there. I came back to go ahead and get the title for myself. That makes sense. We'll see what they say, but hopefully it's not. My best friend Asuka needed help because they hated each other beforehand. So
yeah.
Either way, they're tag champs now, or they're going to be on both shows. We'll see what happens, but I'm not looking forward to that.
No, not really. I just don't. You just don't believe Charlotte as the face. You just don't. You believe her as like. It's like when. I don't know, man. It's like if Ric Flair came into WWE at WrestleMania 8 and he was being a face. I just don't believe it. It doesn't seem right. I feel like she should come in and be an asshole.
Yeah, and Brian from Southside Queens is right. Because this was to get revenge on Nia, because Nia was the one that injured her to get her out in kayfabe. So that does wrap up that story. Okay, I'm fine with that, but I just didn't want to see them with the belt. It would have been so much better if she just came back and beat the shit out of Nia. But they have to go ahead and get them to get the belts off of those two, which is why it never should have been taken off of Sasha and friggin' Bayley if they didn't have a good plan and an actual tag team to give it to.
Right.
What a waste it was putting it on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
I
feel like it devalued both women, especially Shayna.
They really
look like shit because Shayna's lost 3 times now, twice, whatever it is. So that mystique around her being this prominent badass that could destroy just about anybody. When you look and think back to earlier this year, the Elimination Chamber match, she destroyed 5 women single-handedly, one by one. She went through every single competitor and when I say destroyed, I mean, you remember, she decimated Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
She beat the hell out of Asuka. She damn near killed Ruby Riott and whoever the last one was, Natalia, I think. She went through everybody, and then she loses to Becky, and that's when all the shit really started. I don't know why she ever lost to Becky, because Becky was leaving. Had they known she was pregnant sooner, maybe, but Shayna should have never lost. But still, since that point, they've just done wrong thing after wrong thing with her. And this just keeps plummeting her stock further and further down. I really like Shayna. I thought that she could have been this ultimate badass heel. They brought her in as a vampire biting Becky, and it's been bad since. So,
yeah, I mean, if they do something good, we'll see. But pretty much it doesn't make sense. Like, hey, look, she's back, so she's got to win, and then they've got to win. But why did you just... It's like, so the belts just bounce away. So the tag belts in the women's division are basically repeating the tag belts in the men's divisions. The tag belts are just passed around for nothing. And they don't matter.
I still say they should do it how they did it years back when they unified the tag belts, or when they were carrying both sets. Like Jericho or Show Miz, they'd go from show to show like the women do. Just have one set of tag titles and defend it. That's it.
Right.
Then they would be much more, I don't want to say prominent, but revered, look better upon.
Yeah.
They could certainly make them prestigious again, but having 2 sets of titles for everything just makes them all feel like carbon copies and pointless.
There's just too many, man.
Special. Yeah, nothing
2
feels
women's
special.
belts. Like, they need to get rid of the 2 women's belts, 2 tag belts, get rid of both.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Solid PPV 6.5. Hopefully Shayna breaks away from Jax now. I would have never guessed that Billie Kay would be getting more chance than Peyton out of the 2. The Icons series on the network looks awesome.
Really? The Icons series on the network? I didn't see that. Easy. I'll have to take a look at that. Like, the Icons series. Okay, I thought you said the Iconic series. I'm like, what? Why go back with that? They broke up. The Icons. I get it. Okay, we'll take a look at that. That might be interesting. And I want to watch this Drew. Oh, shit.
This whole city, we're gritty. Yo, we might eat our own shitty.
Yeah, eat our own shitty.
In the city of Philly, we eat shitty. We're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. This whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a...
WWE does own everything for these wrestlers. Just look at Sabu. When he returned to TNA in 2010, he was forced to shave his head because Vince McMahon owned his hair. It's a goddamn shame. Look it up. I am not crazy.
Yeah, and I never understood that. Malibu Al. Why would they make Sabu shave his hair? Because he looked good with the hair. I mean, I guess he looked... I mean, who cares? I mean, it's just weird. I mean... You know, but in a movie, they're going to tell you what to look like, too. So it's not much different than that, Malibu Al, in a way. But it's the idea that they're contracted, and I guess movie actors are contracted, too. So they figure we're contracting you, and, you know, we want you to shave your hair.
With movies, it's weird because they end up being unionized, so they're not independent contractors.
You're right, yeah.
But it depends on what you're working, how much you're working, how, you know, that's why... you know, they all have their own health insurance provided and things like that. So,
right.
It's so tricky.
Super Jack.
There's no right answer.
2020 can fall into a pit of spikes.
Pit of spikes.
Absolutely.
I'll put you. I called Vince McMahon a cuck. Now I want him to hire me.
Jacob, thank you, Jacob Forden. Malibu Al, thank you.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
And here's Diverse.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
Diverse.
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Tommy, North Carolina is your Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. Jake is a Robin lol. Who would Bullfrog be?
Well, you know, I haven't really heard from Tommy in a long time. Tommy's kind of like our fucking... I don't know, name somebody from the Stern Show who's dead now. You know? But yeah, the news about Larry is terrible, guys that are just finding out. Yeah, it's real and it's terrible. And
I think Bullfrog would probably be High Pitch Eric, if anybody.
Bullfrog is like Gary the retard if he was more retard. I don't know, like how to say it exactly.
Compliment.
Yeah, it's some kind of a compliment, you know. Except for, you know, Gary didn't play with his niece. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah.
This guy.
His knees, his elbows, all of it.
Yeah, plays with his knees. So.
According to Fightful, Roman was seen favoring his shoulder at the time.
Well, he was doing that at the end of the match. At the end of the match, he was acting weird, but I thought he was selling. You're telling me that was real?
I thought he was selling too, but a preliminary report says the tribal chief is going to be okay. When asked about if he was working hurt, they replied that Roman's just good at his job. So hopefully he was just selling and making it look really convincing.
All right. Yeah, what a great, it's actually a great comment.
It really is. It's a perfect way to say it, because if he is injured, you're covering yourself, and if he's not, you're just saying that he's amazing. So, and that's a perfect PR spin to put on that. Damn, I'm impressed. But I will see how these stories turn out.
Wow.
I mean, you think about the Roman thing, and it's just been getting better, and for me, going up and up, it's been improving, but they're starting to run thin on the roster, unfortunately. I wish Raw and SmackDown weren't even separate anymore. I wish they just had both rosters together. Do it what you used to do. You know, you don't still have to have everybody work on Raw and SmackDown. You can do things, but don't make it a forced split roster. You know, you could still have in the idea, like, mentally separate people, but this way, if you want to have now Drew face anybody from SmackDown, Otis, you know, just throwing a name out there, Big E, and Big E wants to go against Drew. Now it has to be a wild card thing, or and you have to wait for them to be drafted again. Just why limit yourself to be creative?
Yeah,
if it makes sense. You know, don't just have everybody on the same. You can still book them separately, but don't pigeonhole yourself into that corner.
Yeah,
it's just frustrating when they make these little decisions that hurt them so much for no reason.
I don't know why they do anything, man. There's no answer. I have no idea. Like, there's so much stuff. There's so much to say. There's so many things you could pick apart. There's so many things that they just do wrong or that doesn't make sense. How about we didn't mention anything about. Did you watch the pre-show match?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned that before.
Oh, really? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, it was very straightforward. I had wished we had gotten Sami Zayn just taking on Big E instead, but we'll get that for Christmas. So hopefully they give us something good that night on SmackDown.
I like how they write.
It
big
was very
star.
straightforward. It was just to get the faces over and give Big E a moment over Sami Zayn. Very straightforward, just yeah. I hate seeing so many. Go be super dad. Yeah, Spaz had said it earlier, and it's a great point. But seeing that many, former NXT champions on a pre-show doing nothing, and he was right. Daniel Bryan has gotten his time. He's been at the top of that mountain, but it's so upsetting to see him on a pre-show. And so many people, you don't want to see them in that, in that spot, that role. It's fine when you have to go ahead because Daniel's willing and able to put people over, but it's unfortunate that that's where they view him at this point in time. I could still see him being a great heel or face champion. But that kickoff show, as I said, we had Big E, Daniel Bryan, Otis,
you want to see my
Chad
dick?
Gable.
I'll take my dick out right now. I'm Sean's View Entertainment. And you want to see my dick?
Sean's View.
Do you want to see my dick? I will show you my penis. I'm Sean's View. Don't screw with me, or else I'll show you my pee-pee. Do you want to see my dick? Do you want to see my dick?
I came into your chat man to man face to face in your place. You are a disgrace. You saw that I'm a failure. The only thing that is a failure is you with the failure to communicate with the truth. And the truth is in brash crash cash scenes viewant.
Well, thank you very much, Sean's View. Because I can't see, I'm guessing that's Sean's View that's donating with all of the brash rhyming that's included there. Thank you, Sean. How perfect. But yeah, back to the kickoff show there. We had Sami Zayn, King Corbin, Nakamura, and Cesaro all go ahead and take on the faces. Pretty straightforward. I still, as I said before, I really like Sami Zayn's t-shirt. I'm the Intercontinental Champion. I like the one he put out on Twitter first. That was kind of the stick figure that looked like him. That was written on the white t-shirt. It looked like it was just written in Sharpie. But they put it out on the shop, so that was funny. We saw Otis in a little bit of a different outfit as well. He had his singlet on instead. He hit the caterpillar, and I guess the story is that Gable's kind of like teaching him and he's under his tutelage. He's training him to be more of a team player. I don't quite understand the story since Otis was in a tag team to begin with. I don't know what they're going for, but it ends obviously with Big E finally taking out Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn tags himself in when everybody else is taken down. So Sami Zayn's like, I've got this. I could finally get in the match after hiding out for a while. And then, look at that. He can't tag out because none of his teammates are there. And Big E goes ahead and takes him and hits him with a big ending, and that's it. Pretty straightforward, but it was a fun match. And like I said, I'm glad that Shorty G is no longer in business. It's Chad Gable yet again. They're trying to tell a story with Otis and him, so at least they're doing something. Daniel Bryan's still pushing the mid-card up, and Big E is going to hopefully be the next IC champ. So we got something out of it. It wasn't a bad way to get me looking forward to the TLC show. Then, as I said before, Drew McIntyre, AJ opening up the show. Really enjoyed that match. That was probably my favorite of the entire night. I don't think The Miz looked as silly as people thought. I mean, he had to cash in at some point. I wouldn't want to see him lose the briefcase. That would make him look worse than anything. So just the unsuccessful cash in. Maybe he can blame Morrison and feud with him, and they can split up, and then Morrison can do something good, useful, fun, enjoyable. When they first had their initial heel run, and they were the tag champs, I liked Miz and Morrison together. They were entertaining. They were also bringing back their dirt sheet. And also there were fans in attendance too, so I know that makes more of a difference, but still seeing Morrison in this lackey position, it's just disappointing. It does not work for me. He's so talented. You look back to what he did and basically was the main star on Lucha Underground and, you know, all the different companies he's been through and being a top tier talent. Just to be the Miz's second in command feels like such a waste. But that's kind of the role WWE always saw him in. Then we had Sasha Banks and Carmella. Carmella, as I said earlier, looked much better than she has previously. She really, really improved in the ring here. You know, we saw Banks kind of channeling Eddie once again. We got the Amigos suplexes and the frog splash from the top. That got a really good near fall. Carmella just barely able to slip out. Hits herself with a tilt-a-whirl, and, you know, we get that big face buster. And again, another couple of 2 counts. And Carmella goes and hits the code of silence with, as they kept saying, her tight legs, tight thighs, that amazing grip between her legs, as Corey Graves tried to put that over quite a few times. That made me chuckle. Yeah, talk about her thighs some more, Corey. You wouldn't know, would you? And then we got the Meteora that happened onto Reginald on the outside, the, you know, sommelier. And that's when Carmella goes ahead and hits the wonderful super kick, really lays her out. But Banks is able to get into the bank statement, and Carmella taps. She taps out clean. That's the unfortunate part here. You build up this new character and really push her for 3 weeks, new entrance, new outfit, you know, all of it. For what? She lost clean. She's done for now. So why? What do we get out of this? Daryl says the Alpha Academy: Chad Gable, Otis, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak. Ooh, I think that'd be really good. There's a lot you can do with that there. I'm okay with that stable, especially because it's all young guys essentially that need something to do, and this could elevate them in a proper way. Yeah. Thighs for walnuts. Absolutely, LFC.
Shit bum.
Love you, Joe. Can I get a collision promo? Cool face. Rip Funk Daddy lol Bible thump.
I'll have to figure out who's donating afterwards. Thank you very much for chiming in. I know Joe will replay it when he gets back. Jimmy says, look what happened when John Morrison versus The Miz for the WWE Championship at the start of 2011 in the Falls Count. Yeah, great example. You know, there's many other times that, you know, we've seen Morrison as that top talent, and I think he has what it takes to be certainly in a better position than where he is now. Maybe he won't be leading the company. He could, but it's just disappointing that this is all we're getting from someone so talented. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks at Mania. Now, that's a match, Gordon. Terry and Gordon said. I could see that working out really well. That would be interesting, too, because you can even do that face versus face, but it'd be easy to flip Bianca as well and have her be the badass heel. I prefer Sasha being the heel, but either way, I think that would be a hell of a match, and they can tell a nice story. Give Bianca the Rumble win. I'm all about that. That's what I love about the Rumble, making new stars and telling good stories.
R.I.P. Larry Funk. This donation is for you. Crying face, folded hands.
Thank you so much. Like I said, whoever donated, I can't see it on my screen. I do apologize. We'll replay the donations after with Joe, but thank you for your thoughts for Larry Funk. You know, poor Bud did pass away from COVID. We found out earlier in the night, and thoughts and prayers with his family. It's really upsetting. I wish I had something to say that would help. Hopefully his family can at least you know, enjoy that he had more time up until now with the liver transplant and that they didn't lose out on him years ago. So Daryl says NXT India. Yeah, I'm not excited for NXT India at all. And it's not because of, Indian. No, there's a lot of great, you know, Indian talent that I've actually seen them scouting recently, looking into it. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about, and out of nowhere, unfortunately. But I don't feel like they have enough of a audience there. They don't have enough of an interest worldwide to tune in, and I don't feel like they have enough talent there to push that.
About to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no.
Yummy Jamie poop.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. We'll we'll find out who that's from afterwards. But is Joe? No, thankfully Joe's still not sick from the weed. But that was worrisome and hilarious all at the same time. It was like 4 a.m, and I'm messaging Joe. I'm like, go outside, get some fresh air. You know, just like in a asthma attack, if you breathe in some cold air, sometimes that sobers you up a little bit, and maybe it'll help you out. And then instead, he told me, no, now I feel like I'm freezing to death. So I'm like, no, we're supposed to help you out, not make you worse. But yeah, I don't think he can ever use edibles. Some people just don't react well to certain things. I wasn't doing well with vaping marijuana, but I can go ahead and smoke to my heart's content. Edibles are fine. But the vapes and I didn't get along. It gave me more headaches. So, yes, thank you, Mario. Funkamania will run wild forever. Rest in peace. Larry Legend. That's right. James Metzler will be chiming in a minute. I'm trying to see. So, yeah. Then we had the New Day, third match of the night, minus the pre-show. So, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods taking on the Hurt Businesses, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander for the Raw Tag titles. Okay match, 10 minutes long. Nothing here that stood out for me. I think, if anything, Kofi hit Cedric with the SOS. That was a good moment.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
Nothing of a wow factor.
Oh, no.
Yummy Jakey poop.
There's James. Thank you, James, with the yummy Jakey poop comment. So Penny the Pooh might have something to say about that. But thank you, James Metzler. And yeah, I just wasn't thrilled about this match. It doesn't do anything for me because the tag titles have been just beaten into oblivion. Then this Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, I mean, as we said before, seeing them as tag champs did nothing. You had a thrown together team that shouldn't have been together or combined. It was a very random pairing, and it didn't work. Now we get Asuka and Charlotte Flair, again, a makeshift tag team thrown together for no real reason, who were more than likely going to feud for the other title that Asuka holds on to. So the women's title gets not defended and avoided and forgotten about. And then the actual women's tag titles aren't defended. So either way, you're missing out on something, and it's really just a disaster for your women's division. The Roman match with Kevin Owens was great. Made Kevin Owens look great in defeat, which is never an easy task. Roman looks even more sadistic. And then, of course, we finished out with The Fiend getting burnt alive to a crisp by Randy Orton. Randy wins the Inferno match by setting The Fiend's back ablaze on the outside of the ring. The Fiend then runs into the ring, right into a flaming RKO. Badass spot there. Gets on his back, still unconscious from the RKO and being burnt. Orton covers him with gas, grabs matches over from the ringside, douses him in the gas, lights the matches, teases us, lets it burn low, and then sets the Fiend on fire. Hell of a way to go out as Orton strikes his Viper pose, and that's what we get to set us off into Raw. It's a hell of an ending, and I'm really curious to see where they go from here with the Fiend being burnt alive.
Hopefully it's some kind of precedent, man. Did I miss donations, by the way?
Yeah, there was a couple that came through. James Metzler.
I saw the Sean's View one.
Sean's View donated as well.
Thank you, Sean's View. You loser. James Metzler, man. Rest in peace, Larry Funk. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Love you, brother.
And Jeremy as well.
Jeremy, thank you, man. I wonder what Jeremy that is. There's quite a few Jeremys to watch.
Quite a few. So,
but it could be anyway. Shout out. Thank you guys for those donations. Shout out to Jake. Had to yell at the kiddos. They were partying in my daughter's room, and I had
they're getting too excited for Christmas.
I guess. I mean, like, I was like, what the hell are you doing awake? They're normally asleep.
Usually a couple days before, that's when the excitement sets in.
Speaking of excitement, all the Diablo Immortal streamers were super happy all week long, Jake. It's really,
I know.
Do you
and
even
I've been
have
registered
a phone?
just like you since they announced it.
Yeah, like what the fuck, bro?
I don't understand. I thought it was supposed to be, but hey, they're doing it
I keep telling the community manager, Adam, I'm like, dude, I'm just mad that I'm not playing this. What the fuck? Like, I signed up day one, had to go through that torture. Come on. Lots of love going on for Jesus, I almost said Terry Funk. For Larry Funk. By the way, Larry Funk. Who gave him that name? Do we know who gave him the Larry Funk name?
That was me, yeah.
Boom. Crazy.
Because we used to, he would go ahead and he would call in and it would sound just like Terry Funk's cousin.
Right.
And Jesse would do the Terry Funk. And I said, oh, great, now we got Terry and Larry.
Terry and Larry.
So.
Jake, you think NXT New Year's special will be your New Year's special? Rip Larry Funk.
The Villain, thank you, Villain. That's also, it was years before you even came on the show. I mean, you called the show, but.
Yeah.
The Villain,
I was on at that
thank
point.
you. Oh, were you really?
Yeah.
My God, I thought
yeah,
that
it was Jesse, you and I at that point when he called.
Holy fuck, I thought it was before JD and shit.
No, it was around like 2015, 14-ish, 2015, around there.
That's crazy. Villain, thank you, man.
I think it might be a better show like match-wise, but I don't think ratings or viewership it's going to beat
Shit Bomb.
AEW.
Daddy is here. And I'm going to show you a great time. I'm going rub your nipples and squeeze your nose. I'm going to bend you over and spank you in the bum. I hope you like it, you sick fuck.
Well, thank you, Larry Funk, for donating Beyond the Grave. Definitely is Larry. That's definitely Larry. No,
Sounds
Daddy
like it.
is here.
Well, Larry was obsessed with Sasha Banks' sweet trim and Alexa Bliss.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Call my wife Miss Leah.
Freaking out. Alexa Bliss got boob implants.
Crazy,
COVID.
man. Coda just hit me up saying he was just talking to people about Larry. Yeah, it didn't help. George Carlin, bro.
Didn't help.
I just saw him. Yeah, it didn't help. Dave died. Yeah, I just saw him yesterday. Yeah, didn't help. Fucking funny, bro. But Larry Funk, man, it's so shocking. I can't believe it, bro. I've been through fucking goddamn, bro.
Yeah.
Whew. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna talk about it all week. I mean, his funeral's Tuesday, so I'll be flying out. No, I'm just a family flew out to California to see their loved one, and they both got COVID and died. Bad omen. 666.
My name is Kane, and I'm donating.
Larry Funk, the original badass of the JCS army. There were a lot of good times on these shows together, including when we allegedly destroyed Kenny the Tits Omega. Here's a beer for you, brother. May you rest in peace. You will not be forgotten.
Yeah, man, Larry Funk will live on forever, bro. I mean, dude, I was looking for the Alien song where at the end he goes, la 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 la. Fucking hilarious.
I loved him always singing to the donations. The Roman one, the stupid man punching your butthole, like he would sing along with that.
He'd be like,
with the the choppy, broken voice.
He'd be like, "What if the turkeys ate us?" Like he would just do that. Oh boy.
Yeah, I was saying how I was telling you the other night, like go outside, get some air. Sometimes that if you feel like you're too high, that'll settle you down. And the cold air kind of for you were like, I'm freezing now. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
everything.
I'm making it worse.
Yeah,
everything
anything
I was trying to suggest for you to just relax with, it was making you worse. And I'm like, I'm not helping.
Yeah. Somebody said get in the shower. I was like, dude, if I get in the shower,
shit bomb,
I'm gonna think I'm drowning.
Should put Larry Funk as a donation. Folded hands. He's a true legend of callers.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe we can get something together. I feel weird about that. Larry Funk, thank you for the $5. Being ship on.
There'll definitely be a tributes coming out for sure. But
yeah, well, I'm gonna think of something. I'm sure we'll have. So early now. I'm so lost. I mean, I was shocked that I fucking was balling. I didn't know what. I didn't think I was gonna do that. I thought I was gonna be like, all right, well, I'm not gonna pretend that didn't happen and just go on with the night. But it was hard. We'll keep trying it.
A few minutes to hit me. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit. I don't know, man.
At least the show was good. It didn't. Thankfully, we didn't have that on top of it.
Can we trade Bullfrog?
Yeah. A few we can trade, at least.
People asking if we can sacrifice Bullfrog. Well, we'll look up some voodoo things. We'll talk to Marvin What and figure out if we can find a way to sacrifice Bullfrog and bring back
chicken
Larry.
bones. A couple of frogs. Red wine. We got this.
Larry,
2 candles, one black, one white.
Larry really loved lesbians too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah, lesbians. Wetter the better.
Yeah, he really enjoyed lesbians. I mean, look at Larry Funk's. Did his nephew change this, or was this always his background? Was that page picture always his background?
I thought the page was on.
It's got to be.
But I could be.
It's got to be.
Because I know he was obsessed with Paige. Like I said, I still have in my DMs with him asking me about the Paige leaks. And when I click on it with this one, the first video that pops up is Paige, humping Xavier Woods. So that's why I'm laughing.
When I was calling it whatever with JD or whatever we did.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
I can't tell if Larry would want us to have a beer, or if don't have a beer. Well, I wish I got to speak to Larry one last time to ask him do you think that we should celebrate, party up and beer it up, or do you think maybe in honor of you we shouldn't beer it up, we should be more careful with alcohol?
I think it's good to beer it up in moderation.
Right.
So absolutely toast to Larry Funk if you're going to drink or smoke or do whatever you can do, but all in moderation. Don't kill your liver in the process.
Yeah, I mean,
good to enjoy yourself and celebrate.
Man, I'm shocked, bro. I'm still shocked.
Oscar's new nickname is Oscar Two Belts. No shit. That's nothing creative. Becky did that already, and apparently the other news I saw is Reefer Mania 6 was shut down due to COVID restriction breaking. So,
what the hell is that?
Reefer Mania, it's apparently a wrestling event. Fighting Evolution Wrestling held Reefer Mania 6 at the Spot in Wynwood in Miami on Saturday night. They were shut down after 2 matches for not following restrictions pertaining to capacity.
Oh, wow.
They were over the 200-person capacity. The event exceeded 400 at the time. More fans were also coming to the show when it was ended.
So where
Vendors
was this?
were concerned about legal issues with marijuana being sold without customers needing to show a license. This was not the issue, but only capacity being a problem. Reefer Mania is now set for April. It'll be in a larger venue.
Oh my God.
And the other little bit is that AJ Styles really wants the WWE to book him in a match against Edge. He said, well, if it can't be Drew McIntyre, then give me Edge, talking about Mania. He said, if I can't be Edge, then give me Triple H. There's a number of guys that are willing to step up, and it can't be any one of those I want. I'm telling you, I want Edge. I don't know if you'll remember what happened to me at the Royal Rumble. He separated my shoulder with that spear, so it's time to get some payback. That's a great point. I forgot about AJ being injured by Edge at the Rumble. That was a big deal this year. I totally forgot about that. Because he landed right on his shoulder hard, and then he had to basically eject himself from the match. He was all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that entirely with this crazy year, and it was Edge's fault, per se, So it was just a bad landing, but that's a great ready-made story right there. I would love to see Edge versus AJ. That's a hell of a match. Even
That would
AJ
be...
and Triple H, I'm all for.
Wait a minute. AJ versus Triple H?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I figure Triple H only has a couple matches left in him. So.
Here we go. Money talk.
That'd be really cool.
This year 100% completely sucks. Like you take Larry Funk from us, but not that racist Canadian small dick nassily whining lying over talking four-eyed condom hat wearing Republican cock-sucking pussy Dave Rose? Well, fuck you COVID, fuck you.
Yeah, Greg the Banana, thanks for the $13. That's Shane McMahon. Yeah, it really sucks, man. You take Larry Funk, but not Rose. Yeah, could have been Rose. Could have been Rose. Greg the Banana, thank you for the $13, man. Rest in peace, Larry Funk.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Joe, I've been watching your show since 2012 and Larry Funk always cracked me up. Fuck man. Life is too short. You never know when's your time. Hashtag beer for Funk.
Oh, maybe this is Jeremy in New Hampshire. I don't know if it's that Jeremy, but it might be Jeremy in New Hampshire. Jeremy, thank you for the $3, man. Yeah, Larry Funk was such a fun dude, man. Such a fun call, a fun guy. You know, he was really like a heartbeat, like, for the show. Like, that we just somebody that we look forward to hearing from. When we heard from him, we got excited. We couldn't wait to hear from him again because how funny he was for so long. So, yeah, man, it's too bad that he like made it through all that stuff and then
the
COVID.
surgery, the recovery, all of it, having your body not reject your organs, and all the changes, and then you get COVID.
He'd be here right now if fucking there wasn't a COVID. That's crazy. Like, that's fucking crazy. That Larry would be here right now if there wasn't fucking COVID. Fucking crazy to me. And so, yeah, man, I mean, I'm going to stick around and hang out for a little bit. I'm sure Jake's going to get out of here and stuff like that. Thanks for being here tonight, too, guys. We were so pumped up at the beginning. I'm going to play some games and stuff, and Sunday Night Gaming normally. And normally, yeah, we're just ready to go. But
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Yes, Joe, it's me, winking face.
There you go.
It's that D-O-double-G. Yeah, that's what's up, Jeremy, man. Yeah, I met him in New Hampshire, and I know he's from New England or New Hampshire. What up, dude? Yeah, he's been watching forever. There's a lot of people watching forever that have chimed in, man. So shout out to Larry. We'll be talking about him all week. Super depressing. I think the only other time that I started balling up on stream was The Undertaker. It's kind of weird.
He was 62, so his birthday just passed. His birthday was November 3rd.
My mother is 69. She could have banged Larry. A lot of nice messages on Patreon. Larry Funk, rest in peace, updated. I told you about it. Jay Coleman, rest in peace, Larry. You'll be missed for all the memories. I still remember when he first started calling in 2016. Fuck 2020. Prayers to his family. Yeah, man, they're all shocked, kind of. But it's been a weird couple of weeks. Rest in peace, Larry Funk. Seriously, monetize this. Should be in his honor. He'll be missed. Yeah, absolutely, Arush and Chu. He was a staple on Monetize This, the Joe Cronin Show, and all the wrestling shows he would call back in the day before he got sick. You know, he really only stopped calling because of his liver, when he got sick, and then, he got back at it. And then it was hard for him to call because we started doing Discord a lot, and, for a while we had problems with Skype. Or we probably would have called a little more. Jay Swiss, I'll remember the peak of Larry, 2015 and 16. He was a character. Great stuff on Patreon, always nerdy. Larry Funk's the fucking man. He was the fucking man. And you know what? I am going to fucking have a beer tonight for Larry. Oh, no, well, I mean,
what else we got?
I'll have a sip.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Fuck
Want
it.
some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
You'll be fine.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Can you eat me like a dirty little turkey?
Ooh. Jesus Christ, I love toes. Can you eat me like a dirty little turkey? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? So weird, that one. I like it, though. Bad Omen, rest in peace, Larry. When I first got into JCS Army nearly 5 years ago, I'm wondering who the hell is this cool guy? It turned out to be Larry Funk, who absolutely is a legend. Someone I consider the original badass of the JCS Army. Seriously, the stories, jokes, and how he lived life to the fullest every day are things that all of us will always remember. We're all in this together in the JCS Army. We will get through this as we remember the good times. Joe, thank you for putting me on the shows, or for putting him on the shows. He's truly awesome guy. Legend. Absolutely. Larry Funk is a goddamn legend. And I hope he's fucking Paige in heaven right now. I hope he's like, I hope when you're in heaven, you can just fuck anybody. Like, and you can be like, I want to fuck that girl. All right, well, and it's not rape in heaven. It's just partaking in insertion. Like, I don't know. Larry Funk, man. Good God. You know, one of our other friends who's battling still is Arknolia Strokelbean. You know, he's been a guy he had been a producer for a long time. And, you know, Arknolia's does the dialysis all the time and stuff like that. So I think about there's a bunch of other people too, who's, you know, going through shit or hospital stuff. A lot of listeners who have medical issues. They don't even talk about them. They just, you know, the shows are part of what gets them through shit. So there's a lot of people like that don't even say or bring it up or call or tell you whatever. But you're sitting there listening to this now. You just had some kind of surgery. You just had some kind of sickness. You are sick, you know, or you've got something you live with throughout your whole life. You know, there's a lot of people like that to listen. So definitely hear you out there, man. Crazy. What a crazy night. It was a crazy night, man. They killed The Fiend in WWE. They burned him alive, and they had this crazy Inferno match that was just fucking theatrically, like, as good as I wanted it to be, so I couldn't believe they did
Far
it.
better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care for the Swamp match and other things that they've had so far recently with Bray, so this exceeded expectations. Apparently the spot where The Fiend had Orton in the rocking chair and he attempted to light it on fire, they had to do a bunch of retakes to carry out that dangerous spot.
I'm not surprised. It was so...
And then the final spot, they went ahead... This is Paul Davis of WrestlingNews.co said that the last spot of the match involving gasoline was heavily edited by WWE production team. The dummy they had used to make it look like The Fiend that was set on fire by Orton was also covered by personnel ready off camera with fire extinguishers to put out any fires during the match. So they were heavily prepared, obviously, but definitely filmed earlier today and then edited together.
Which was
but
a
they
great
did a good job with it.
They really did a good job, man. Because
they had fans, they wouldn't have been able to pull that off.
Right.
What's my name? Dunkachino. It's a whole new game. Dunkachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I would like to give Nessa my vanilla blend.
I Love Toes wants to give his vanilla blend to Nessa. Oh, you know who's somebody? I think Larry Funk liked Vanessa. Or like Nessa G, if I remember, too. I think he used to be like, there it is, Nessa.
Oh,
yeah, Larry. I don't know if Nessa's watching, but yeah, I mean, some old fucking white man from Texas, but he loved Nessa. He'd be like, oh, Miss Nessa is great. You know, like he just loved Nessa. So he loved Leah, too. Miss Leah. You know, fucking, I'll kill somebody for her. Dude, he would say
he was
these
always
things.
defending Leah. But,
oh, my God. He'd call up, he'd be like, somebody would like yell, be in a fight with Leah and be like, man, what the... I heard he was in a fight with Leah. I'll fucking kill you. We got to find some of those clips, man. I'm going to be searching. Even recently, he had a couple, and I can't remember now in the last couple of years, but oh, my God, dude. One night, he's like, oh... You know, I'll fucking kill you. Don't you ever talk about Miss Leah like that, or I'll hunt you down, motherfucker. Oh no, dude, I don't remember it, but it was great, bro. I'm really thankful to his nephew for letting us know too, because we always worried about him and wondered, and I mean, I don't know, to find out. A family member, and I knew that he had a friend that watched the show with him. They died. A lot of people forget that too. Larry Funk had a friend. They watched the shows together. Like, I don't know if people don't know this, but he watched the show with his friend, and they both watched the show together, and they would drink beers and watch the show, and they thought and that guy passed away after the first year that they were listening to the show. So he actually, and I forgot about that, and Larry reminded me of it a few years back, I think it was. He was like, oh yeah, me and whatever. And I can't remember his name now, but, you know, and Larry Funk's nephew used to call in sometimes with him, so that's why his nephew let us know about this. And his nephew has taken over his Twitter account, too. And, you know, Larry hadn't used his Twitter in 2 years, or more, actually. So Larry hadn't used his Twitter account in a while.
Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Dunkachino. It's a whole new game. Dunkachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Going to miss Larry Funk and his naughty mouth. I hope he's fucking licking Paige's pussy right now while she's sleeping. R.I.P. Funk.
Oh my God, dude. There's so much love for Larry. It's unbelievable right now. The Twitter is blowing up. Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice, thank you for the donations. Good to hear from Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice. Because you got that Blumpkin. He loved that song, too. He would sing the fuck out of that. Blumpkin,
damn straight.
Pussy Juice, Pussy Juice.
Super chat. Party.
I started watching JCS in 2016 and always remembered that crazy listener that was Larry Funk. Every time he came on, he lit the spirit up. R.I.P. legend.
Yeah, we would pop pretty hard every time he called. Every time he called, there was just a pop. A huge pop for him. So, Abdul, thank you for the donation. And that it's definitely true. And if I can find that Alien song, at least. I'm surprised I never had a lot more clips put together, to be honest. So, we got to do that. I'm going to start working on it. If TSS or anybody else has clips they want to send me, send them to me, and I'm going to clip my own stuff, and I'm going to come up with something for, I'm sure, for Monetize This this week. So hopefully, I mean, there's a lot going on right now, and this is kind of wild, you know? It's kind of a wild thing. I just can't believe it, man. I mean, I can believe it, but I can't. COVID, like, what the fuck, bro?
I know people pass away, and I get, you know, but it just sucks.
You're not ready for it when it's somebody. You're just not, you know, you're just not ready.
You're
for
never
it.
ready for any of it. Absolutely not. But
and we don't even know him. That his family, you know what I mean, is freaking out.
Yeah,
but we know him though. But we've
talked to him for years, and I've talked to him a lot, you know, outside of the show still, and have Skype calls with him, and you know, it's like it's just so upsetting.
Sucks, fucking goddamn it!
I think because we fought so hard, you know, mentally for him to get well for so long. Yeah, and that was such a hard thing. And
yeah, bro. If
knowing that he
Roman Reigns, you're my man. I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
I don't chime in much, but I'm always watching. Sorry to hear about Larry, man. Miss you guys. Peace and love to you and Jake.
Thank you, Toon Bog with the $14. Good to hear from you, man. Rest in peace to Larry Funk, brother. We'll be talking about him all week, I'm sure. And I'm sure I'll be talking about him probably on my Patreon podcast that I was recording. So I'll probably talk about him more there too. But I mean, you know, it's just crazy. I can't believe I almost didn't read it on the air when I was at the beginning of the show earlier. I was like, oh, I'm going to pretend that's not happening.
Yeah.
But, you know, but how awesome was it to see the Fiend get lit on fire? I mean,
yeah, crazy. That's something I thought we'd see in this era.
This was the best. I really believe this was the best Inferno match I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, the old one is certainly iconic. The first one with Kane and The Undertaker, just because, like, I remember the visual of, like, Kane standing there and The Undertaker does the jumping lariat and the flames rise up really high. And,
yep.
But it was such an anticlimactic ending where they jump out of the ring and they shove each other.
Yeah.
Jesus take me. Instead of Larry Funk. I can't even fucking walk anymore, crying face, or jerk off.
That was Lex Luger. Oh my God, Lex.
Oh God.
Yes, please. Well, and plus you killed Elizabeth, so
yeah,
you should be dead, Lex. The Lex Express. Thank you, Lex Luger, for chiming in, man. I do think that Larry would have approved of all your pussy eating. So that's the one thing I can say is Larry would have definitely approved of your sex life, Lex Luger.
Larry was all about that.
Yeah, Larry was all about the Poonanny, the Poontang, and the Bud Light.
I wish I got to tell him I got married. He was always a big advocate for that because he knew it was something I wanted and I didn't think it would happen.
Yeah. Well, some people get married, some people go to hell. And the Fiend went straight to hell tonight.
He got burnt to hell. So long as he's got a bus ride there, because it's a long walk to hell. I'm just glad that they were smart about it, and my wise ass comments didn't come true. I'm thankful for that. They went so many times. They don't take any effort for the little details that matter. Now the bell not ringing is infuriating, yes, but I like the fact that Orton wore clothes. He had something to be burned. I don't know if they did that just to protect his skin or near the flames being close, or if they did it to, tease us that, yeah, he could be immolated, I either way, or it could be dual purpose. But still, just the fact that they went and did that mattered to me. It was important because it made me feel like he could lose.
Right.
That was important.
If you want to know how bad you are, get divorced. If you want to know how great you are, die. Take time out and tell the people that are important to you how much they mean to you instead of nitpicking things about them you don't like. R.I.P. Larry Funk.
Yeah, that's a good point. Brett the Shitman Fart.
It's a great point. That's why I tell everybody, try and find one good thing every day. Just one.
What if it's the same thing every day?
Hey, at least it's something.
Pussy smells good. Pussy smells good.
Can't argue with
Pussy
that.
smells good. Brett the Shitman Fart. Thank you, Brett the Shitman Fart. It's true, man. This shit's crazy. You don't know what the hell's going to happen right now with everything. So, no doubt about it, man. Larry would have told you to, just go after your dreams and listen. If you want Paige,
here we go.
Just go get her.
Man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no!
Funkatize this on 300 Joe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funkatize this. Larry Funkatize this. Maybe we'll get a photo of him drinking beer or something. But again, that's kind of you don't want to do that, That 20-year-old gave up his life and liver for Larry, and then COVID just fucking ruins it all. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Aru Shin-Chu. What do you think about that? What do you think this guy was thinking when he fucked up this jumping jack shit?
Yeah, as soon as he leaned over, he knew. He was just like, damn, that was on tape too.
I mean, I don't know, man. I wonder what was going through his mind when he came crashing down there. He was just like, oh, fuck.
I know what's going through my mind now.
What the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince?
The Fiend getting put on fire and still got back into the ring was scary as hell.
Yeah.
The entire pay-per-view gets a 3 out of 10 only because Roman Reigns made me fall asleep. And to Congress, you can do better than $600 stimulus checks.
I know,
We
right?
want more.
600 ain't, well, it's not even we want more. It's 600 ain't going to do shit now. It's too late.
More.
You need $3,000 at this point, at least.
Just
seriously.
the collective wealth that's been made for, the government since the pandemic started, they have enough to give everybody $3,000.
Yeah, not to be fucking greedy or whatever, but I mean,
no, but thank God, as one of the top tweets said, because my $1,200 check was just about to run out.
Right. Earth Day.
Midnight sky is the road I'm taking.
I mean, it would have been nice if they went I just honestly believe that people need $3,000 at this point. The thing is, people that are struggling need $3,000. But the people that are still working and doing all that stuff, they got the last $3,000 too. They probably don't. I mean, they love it, but they don't really need it. But there's people that need it need the $3,000. Fucking 600 ain't helping.
Baby, ooh.
Send my greasy ass.
Slave bitches Earth Day.
Send my greasy ass into outer space. Erase the haze.
Send my greasy ass into outer space. Send my greasy ass into outer space. I slave bitches Earth Day.
Day. It's early day,
How
bro.
did Leah take the news about Larry Funk? He was always nice to her. I hope he's in heaven right now finger banging Elizabeth Taylor. Unless Michael Jackson is already doing that.
She didn't really say too much, but you know, her grandmother died and grandfather died, and she didn't say much about that either. So that doesn't say much. Greg the Banana. When people die, Leah goes, "Oh, that's about it." When her grandmother died, I cried. And she was like, "Well, my grandmother died."
Yeah, our hamster's really sick, so I think we might have to put her down tomorrow. We'll see when we go to the vet. But
what?
We'll see. But she's not doing great, and it was like, you know, Danny's kind of in denial about it and been fine with it. But it's you know, no one wants to see anybody sick and all that shit. It's just, you know, some people, it like you said, Leah tunes things out or kind of just balls it up and keeps it in. You know, people just process things differently.
Yeah, all she said was the fucking kids won't go to sleep right now.
Yeah.
I was like, did you hear what I said about Larry?
Processing.
You know, but yeah, she just doesn't do that. Like, her fucking grandmother died, dude. She was like,
yeah, and she just, you know, I have a cousin like that, and that's how they process things.
She said that sucks.
Show any emotion.
She said that sucks, and like she liked Larry. She really liked Larry, but
yeah, it's not like they don't care. They just don't show.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm pretty sure I could die. I think if I died, she'd be like, "Wow, I'm really gonna have to do this alone. Okay, this sucks, but okay." I think that I could die. It wouldn't be a big deal. Or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, dude, I cried over her grandmother. I cried. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. And her grandfather. I was like, oh my God, bro. I can't believe that your grandfather's gone. I couldn't believe her grandmother died. When her grandmother died, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, but
I mean, because
everybody handles things differently. That's
yeah. I was just like, I'm gonna miss all this stuff about your family. Like, I used to go to her, like, you know, her grandmother and her grandfather went over the house all the time, and like every Christmas, everything. You know, only about 6 years of it, you know, 7 years of it. But I became accustomed to it, even though they weren't really my family. Like, it was a tradition thing, and I was like, I like going over there. I like seeing these people. You know, I don't even know them that well at all, but I just like them. I like seeing them, and they seem nice. Her grandmother would knit all the kids' stuff and knit things and do those sort of things. And so that was there, and she wasn't that old. The grandmother's mother was alive. Like, great-great-Grammy is alive. Well, she just died recently, but she was alive. And this lady was, you know, like 60. She was like, what's up? And, you know, the guy too, and the husband. And, you know, like going over there, all of a sudden, she gets cancer. They tell us she's got 4 months to live probably. So, and then 2 weeks later, a week and a half later, she dies. You got 4 months to live. A week and a half later, she dies. And then right after that, her husband with the lung stuff from being in the Navy back in the day, having the mesothelioma.
Yeah.
He died of that, like, right after. It was like, what the fuck? Like, how did both of them just go, like, right away? It was like they were here. And, you know, my neighbor had a tumor. I saw my neighbor every day, always talked to him, loved my neighbor. He was great. The guy got a tumor. He was always like, my sinuses are always messed up. He's always talking about his sinuses. And and for like a month, he was like, they can't figure out what the hell's wrong with him. And then once someone was like, did you know, he's got cancer now. And I was like, oh my God, that was the sinus thing.
Super Chat Party.
Merry Christmas, Botch Club.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ma'am. Thank you, Botch Club. So it was that was so weird to see my neighbor with 4 kids. He had 4 kids, and like he was like within 2 months they were like, "Come on, you should go over because this will be his last like couple of months." And I was like, "What?" You know, I went and seen them all. You know, and my dad died suddenly, so I understand that you can go anytime. But it was just like, wow, man, like this shit's crazy. And you know, telling his kids like, "Hey, I lost my dad when I was 8, so I understand, you know, like I know what's going on," except for, you know, they sort of knew and had all this time with him as he was dying. You know, where my dad, it was like everybody's fine, all of a sudden dad's having a heart attack and dies in front of me. Like that was very strange. But like that, you know, so for them it was like, oh, but I mean, just yeah, man, Larry Funk, we'll talk about him all week. It was a rough night. It's funny because I was actually super excited. You could we came off the Inferno match like, holy fuck! Like I don't know if you watch the video back from tonight, I was fucking so hyped up and ready to go, and I literally found this news out about this news I think 8 minutes into the stream tonight or something like that, and it just was like, whoa. But yeah, man, where do we go? Randy Orton, you know, I guess he burns the Fiend after he burned down the Fiend's house. I mean,
yeah,
you know, the Fiend's got to get back at him.
He burned up Sister Abigail, you know, who was buried underneath Wyatt's house. And then from there, you know, now he actually burned the Fiend.
The Fiend is burned.
I guess the fun house still exists, so we'll see what happens with that too.
Burn in hell.
They did such a, you know, good job at making them 2 different people.
Right.
It'd be cool if people had mentioned it before too, and there was a couple people on Twitter saying it'd be cool to have the Fiend not versus Bray, but you know, they could do something like that, especially if they're able to film things ahead of time with the Thunderdome. You know, this way you could almost have them as 2 different people, but depends on how they make it work.
Jake, did that I'm gonna make you burn in hell, Jake. Sorry,
what the hell was the name of it? I'm trying to think, but the thing they did with Cena. You know, that was kind of the idea, but we're all burning in hell.
What thing did they do with Cena? What do you mean? I don't
At
remember.
WrestleMania, I forget the name of the match.
Was
it just the Firefly Funhouse match, or was there another name for it?
I don't remember now. Was it? I think it was just Firefly Funhouse match. You might be right. That might have been it. Just Firefly Funhouse match. That's a hard thing to say. I feel like we would have remembered how hard it was to say if that was what happened. Firefly Funhouse match. Someone would have to tell me or remind me.
Yeah, Firefly Funhouse match. That's what it was. Okay.
Yes, I am going to game tonight. Oh my god, dude, I just won a game. I've been barely paying attention to my game. I started the game earlier thinking I'm ready to go, and then I wasn't. We were still streaming here. And the game I just won, and I was barely playing. That's kind of funny.
Hell yeah, it was meant to be.
Normally Sunday Night Gaming tonight, but Sunday Night Gaming was put on hold because TLC tonight. So now we're ready to play a little bit of... I like to start with Madden, so I'm going to do that, even though...
hopefully the wins count this time.
I won't be able to sleep anyway at this point. I thought I was thinking about going to bed, but now I'm like I'm at the point where I can't sleep because of the Larry Funk, and also the WWE kind of pumped me up. But I'm just all kinds of out there. So maybe I'll get tired of a few minutes here. No Cyberpunk, yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, Larry Funk is, yeah, man. Anybody who thinks, I'm sure I don't know, yeah. I mean, I think this is the first person that I know. Yeah, I think Larry Funk is honestly the first person I know, and he was a compromised, immune system with the liver transplant, obviously. So, rough one, man. This is a real rough one. Because it's real. This is crazy. Fucking crazy. I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's the thing. It just hits harder. You hear about people dying every day, obviously. And I've known a few that passed away from COVID. It's definitely real. It sucks, but...
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, for Larry. He just was so sick for so long and fought so hard that's what's even more devastating.
That's what sucks is he got out of it and then he was doing so well and now he dies of COVID. Like, what the fuck? That's what's fucking crazy. That's what's driving me nuts, man. That's what it's like. What?
Yeah, I know.
You make it through liver transplant and then it's bad, but then it gets better and better and better, and then it gets really good, and then you die of COVID.
Yeah, you finally feel well enough that you're living life, and this happens.
Dude, it's just so fucked up. I can't even believe this was Bullfrog versus Tommy was April.
I know, crazy to think it was that long
Holy
ago.
shit, Bullfrog versus Tommy was fucking April. That's crazy.
Time flies, especially this year. I mean, it's such a mess. It's so hard to think back to things that happened this year.
Yeah, I was looking for some clips and stuff like that, and so...
Yeah, just with how unorthodox it is, and not even just wrestling, but people say, do you remember this? And it's like, that was this year?
Right.
It just doesn't, time's been so...
Time is weird this year.
Abstract. Yeah. Especially without having any normalcy or continuing schedules like we're used to. Things have been so just random.
Well, I'm sure you got to get out of here,
at least
bro.
TLC was good. Yeah, I definitely gave
TLC
that a 6
was...
and-
This was the best, one of the best pay-per-views WWE put on throughout the year.
Yeah,
Without
with the
a doubt.
COVID pandemic Thunderdome setting, I like this show.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of hitting their stride with the Thunderdome at this point, finally.
Yeah, I mean, this was all right tonight. It was still not the best, but I really praised that Inferno match, man. I think super exciting.
I really, really loved that first match too. So, just a good series of few matches from here. 3 out of 6.
The opening match was crazy, man. They went after. You could tell that they were like, yeah, just go out there and wrestle the fuck out of everything.
It looked like both of them were having fun. They even made note of that in commentary when Drew hopped over the announce table to get to the other side. Rather than walk around the table, he jumped on the announce table and kind of leapt off. And it's, I think Michael Cole said, he looks like he's having fun, but he did. He just looked like he was enjoying himself. They both did. It looked like they were like into it, but more than usual. So that definitely showed.
Yeah, they were actually having fun.
Yeah, surprisingly, which you don't feel like a lot. Like, that the heels and the faces are supposed to hate each other, but they're still coworkers. And there's times where you're like, damn, it looks like they're enjoying themselves. That was one of those moments. It kind of, stood out.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the commentary sucks still, So that sucks.
Unfortunately, so. Commentary was a disaster tonight. They were too worried about following their scripts and not at all focused on what they should have been, which is the action in front of you. Fucking morons.
Still looking for
assholes.
Still looking for some of the other stuff, but hey, look, there's me and TK O'Ryan. Look at that little... I still can't believe he didn't get sued by Nintendo for that shirt.
I know. Go figure. Thankfully not, but...
Wow. That was 5 years ago. Damn.
Well, I'll let you get into Madden. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow night for Raw. Hope everybody stays sexy, stay healthy. Much love to Larry Funk's family, and may he rest in peace. And I love you all. I will talk to you tomorrow for Raw. Hit me up on Twitter at Countdown Ended. Make sure you follow Joe at JCS Commentary, and check out the Patreon as well. So, the link's down in the description down below. Tons of extra content. Help support the show and keep everybody going. Guys, keep rooting Joe on, and have a great night. I'll see you all after.
Thank you, baby. Good night, Jake. See you, man. Good night. Oh. What a rough fucking night. That was a sad night. I was super excited and happy about the Inferno stuff and TLC. Whew. Fuck, I'm not looking. Man, that guy just got his ass kicked. Like, they really beat the shit out of that guy. I hit him from the back, the front, the side. Dude, he got fucking waffled. What's up, everybody? Eddie Van Halen is gone. Neil Peart. Yeah, dude, this is fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe it. I'll tell you what, man. We are going to do what Larry Funk would fucking want, by the way. And we are going to have one of the fucking craziest goddamn episodes of Monetize This on Friday night that we've ever had. This year, at least. I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but... God damn it, we're going to have a fucking party of some kind in celebration of his ass. On Friday night. I know that. Sorry to, obviously, that I've been, especially earlier in the stream, I was just shocked. I couldn't believe it. A lot of people don't even know, some of the new listeners don't even know who Larry Funk is, so they're just like, what the hell is this about? I don't even understand. So, sorry, you know. Yeah, it'll be Christmas night, too. Oh, look at that stutter move. Oh, look at that stutter move. Touchdown for Larry Funk. Boom. I miss Larry Funk and Beefy Mario, says Rastafa. Yeah. I mean, but hopefully Beefy Mario's still alive in real life. Yeah, let's be honest. Larry Funk would want us all to get wasted. You're probably right. You're probably like, oh, he quit. What a pussy fuck. What a pussy fart. What a pussy fart, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Dude, fight on my pussy guy. Fucking fight on my pussy guy. I'm in a weird mood, bro. Larry Funk was like the mascot of this show, dude. He was like the fucking Blue. You're my boy, Blue. He was the fucking the shit. What up, Jimmy? So did I get this win? I better get this win. This better give me this fucking win. Keep robbing me of wins in this game, dude. 10 bell salute for Monetize This, yeah. We're definitely it's definitely going to be the Larry Funk tribute. Friday night. COVID-19, bro. I tweeted it out, but his nephew who watched the show with him here or there, knew he watched the show, messaged me on Twitter. Your previous game is still being processed in the EA servers. Your estimated processing time is 1 minute. Are you serious? What the fuck? Yeah, Larry Funk's nephew hit me up, Mustafa. And then he actually took over Larry's Twitter account. So it's all on Twitter right now. They tweeted it out. Oh yeah, I went upstairs and scared the kids. They went to bed. Yeah. If TSS makes a video that we can play on Friday, yeah, that'd be sick. He had he was doing better from the liver transplant, man. He was doing really good. And then he died of COVID. It's crazy. I think I like the new Eminem. I like it okay. Michael Sachs. I think I would say that much like Stepfather is my favorite song on the other part of this thing. I'd say that the Nat song, probably the COVID song, believe it or not, is probably my favorite one so far. Unless there's some other things I haven't heard yet, maybe, or something. I don't know. Well, we did get the win there, it looks like, so that's good. Or maybe we didn't. Did we not get the win again? Or maybe we did. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, we should have gotten the win. We didn't get the win, I think. What the fuck with this game, dude? That's twice. Bray Wyatt, dude. Yeah, I absolutely love what they did. I loved it. When the pyro went up in the air and went crazy, I did pop for that shit, man. I thought that was great when the pyro went up. Oh, God, it was great. Let me call Drew. All right. Oh boy.
know what I would die if I
fucking don't share any of it.
Hey, penis head, I'm gonna rape you.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
We're looking at some Wagyu beef.
Oh,
Wagyu.
Japanese pussy.
I'm gonna whack off and beat you.
Japanese beef flaps.
You have mud flaps.
Oh shit! You must have wiped from back to front on that then.
I took shit earlier, so yeah, I definitely do.
Back to front to back, my friend.
Oh, fuck.
So we heard the bad news, Joe.
Yeah.
Yep. Almost lost it several times on my stream tonight, but you know.
I lost it for 30 minutes. I just left the show and cried.
The chat just fucking flooded with it. I'm like, what the fuck? This can't be serious. So we went over and checked out what you were saying about it. I'm like, no, he's not fucking around.
Yeah, man.
People were like, oh, he's trolling or something. I'm like, no, that's not a troll.
I wish it was.
Dude, unfortunately, like, I was so excited about TLC tonight. I was very excited, very happy. I was, like, freaking out how good the ending was and everything. And then right as I was, I think 8 minutes into the show and reviewing it, and I was like, yeah, and this is what we're going to talk about, and this is crazy. And then I read the DM about Larry. And I, just was like, oh, my God, I want to pretend I didn't see this almost because I can't, But, yeah, bro, it's just crazy that, he had the liver transplant.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrible at first. Then he got better and better. Then he got full better. And then fucking
COVID of all things takes him. The toughest motherfucker we've known, and the fucking COVID gets him.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It'd be like if COVID got me, you'd be like, Jesus, that got him out of all this shit. Like,
I'd
this
probably
doesn't make
laugh.
sense.
We
It's
probably
like,
would have
really?
laughed if we'd be like, man, he wanted this. He's gonna. Hey, I don't know, like.
Yeah, but out of all the things though, it's like, who'd have thought COVID would fuck with me or him? Like, that would have been the last thing I would have thought would get him. I thought it would be a rejection on the liver, something.
Yeah,
Drink
we
too
thought
much.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Same. Hey, Drew, this is 2020's final fuck you for the year.
Yeah. This is the final fuck you.
We have Larry Funk back.
We got 2 weeks left.
You
Something
can
else
keep
gonna happen.
Kobe.
I mean,
Keep
Larry
Kobe,
Larry
respect
quit
Larry.
drinking. Larry quit drinking, dude. Like for a year and a half was sober.
He should have just kept drinking. If he knew this was coming, fuck it, party on.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
He should have kept drinking.
Larry. Third
And
scotch,
that
here we
and
go.
that
Love you, Larry.
and that dumb 20-year-old who killed himself in that car accident to give him the liver, all for nothing.
Jeez, yeah,
Hey,
he,
you know
had
what?
he had a
But
second
he did
chance on
drink
life
again.
and a second chance on moonshine.
But
Right.
he did, yeah. He fucking drank. He still lived his life, didn't he? After that? I mean, seems like he did.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
think he did as much. I mean, the last couple times he called Joe's show, it was like he was kind of somewhat sober. There was one night he came on pretty crazy, but
He was a little drunk. Yeah, he was like drinking again.
I'm
Yeah.
not really gone, Joe. I'm just hiding.
I'm smelling Miss Leah's
No,
pussy.
Super chat. Yay.
Uh-huh.
The gang is here. Drew is the best.
This is one of the times I wish one of those doxing faggot ass fucking trolls were just joking with us, and when he's still alive. Like,
But
yeah.
Joe,
This was a
you
big,
said that
cool
you
joke.
like directly talk to someone that you can confirm, and there's no fucking doubt, right?
Oh no, his nephew. Because not only is it his nephew, but his nephew took over his Twitter account that hadn't been used in 3 years. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
his-
that's what we're showing right now. Is it says thank you guys for all the support. The family really appreciates it. He loved you all more than you know.
Yep.
Hey, Joe, I have a question. Are they looking for any help for funeral shit or any kind of bullshit, or is there
Haven't-
anything you know about that?
Haven't seen that yet, but I'm talking to him. So if he, there's something,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll
If there's
find out.
something we can spread around, we'll be happy to put it out there. So if you hear anything, let us know.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
I don't know, bro.
Put a damper on the Christmas holiday for us, but I mean, he'd want us to move on, so that's what we fucking did,
We gonna get.
motherfuckers!
Don't stop on account of me, guys. Keep fucking the pussy. Like, I can. But yeah, so we'll be a big party Friday night, I guess, for Larry. So
yeah, Jesse and I were talking about that earlier.
No, yeah, I don't know if,
look at this
if anyone can
piece
like
of-
rate. What?
I was just saying, this piece of Wagyu meat's going to be him here in a couple days.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Hey, it's gonna take a while for the worms to eat his big ass.
They're gonna do.
That's
They're gonna.
pussy. Get a piece of this.
Well, they cremated Bray Wyatt tonight, so why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if actually, to be honest, if the family lets me, I'll fly out there to Texas and I'll cremate him live on the JCS show. Like, I'll be the one that.
Right here, dude, Texas. I'll go to
Educational
this fucking
purposes,
funeral. Fuck it. I'll fucking live stream from his funeral if I have to.
Yeah, Garguts will go there and unzip his
I
pants.
just want somebody if somebody can get all the clips, like lots of clips of him for Friday, that'd be great.
Smoking beer. Yeah, dude, that'd be dope.
I'll be on the hunt.
Yeah, Garguts, you go. You could be our representative. Get the photos. Get us. We need a face reveal of the motherfucker.
I mean,
just open the coffin up and get it for us.
This is the most.
Jesus Christ.
This
It
is.
was only COVID.
This is going to be the most depressing Christmas night ever. I mean, it's going to be.
No, it's gonna be good. He would not want us to, he'd want us to celebrate, man.
You're going to take another day off the antibiotics for this one.
You're right. I forgot about that. What am I going to do? Yeah, I can't really.
Now for Larry, man, you don't have to drink a lot. Just you just have a little
Maybe-
shot.
You know what I'll do is I'll take 3 chocolate weed pills and.
Oh Jesus!
Oh
Christ.
no, that's just.
Well, hey, we
let's not do that.
got Leah trained up enough to take over if that happens. But
I'll start walking around the house.
It takes a minute for those to kick in anyway, so.
It sure does.
Yeah, it takes takes an hour apparently.
You missed that literally. He was mid-sentence fucking with somebody.
Ah!
And your mother, when you talk to your mother, let her, dude, I'm tripping balls. It was literally.
Yeah. Dude, you can see my face.
You had the same thing happen.
The
Scott
be-
had it too. He's Yeah. Oh, good.
The best is the best is how like about 20 minutes into it when I start licking my lips and stuff, and I'm like,
oh, the fucking.
Like, dude, I look like a fucking. I look like a fucking
Just
psycho.
that shit real quick and just repeat it and loop it.
Oh my god, dude, I'm out of my mind. All right, listen, I'm out of here. I just wanted to, touch base. I'll be back. I'll be back.
All right, sounds good.
Oh my god. I'm gonna keep playing some Madden, keep talking some shit, and rest in peace, Larry Funk. And while I'm playing, here's a little bit of my buddy Hectic, with Junkie Girl, little Junkie Girl.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Hectic. Happy birthday! It's his birthday today, Hectic.
Based off multiple girls I used to know.
Happy birthday, Hectic.
No one in particular, but everyone combines. Yeah, back when them pills had me by the balls. Fix a methadone clinic for the junkie broad. I was with it, I'll admit it, man. Yeah, I hit it raw. Should've got a condom at the store and put it on. Oh, y'all dirty little freaks are hard to resist, but I can see the scar where your wrist cut. And tonight you just wanna be
intercepted.
Cause my song make you feel better than aging your arm. And I truly wish I could save them all. Throwing booty, tits, and bras, pussy in my palm. What to do with this bra? Wanna get it on, cause she idolized me, but she inject evil through that ivy. That little brown powder got her by the soul. So I laid there with her just in case she overdosed. Check her pulse, flashlight into the windows of her soul, but she fell asleep that night and never woke up. Yeah, little junkie girl, fucking on my world. Wish that I never met her. Little junkie hoe, she ain't got no soul. Baby got nowhere to go. Yeah, she told me that my music made her stop using. Back when war, love, and addiction was that new shit. Even got her first sobriety medallion. A year today to the release of my album. And then I lost touch with her for about 6 months. During that same time, started sniffing drugs. And then I made a song about getting high on opiates. Sounded like I was promoting it. Put it on the internet. 3 weeks later, seen her on a public park bench with a cigarette, nodding off, burning holes in her own clothes. And she said to me, I no longer have a home since you stopped being a role model to me. As an artist, didn't see my own responsibility. Gave her dough for something to eat, then I hopped up on the T. Never seen her again, I hope she's still breathing. Little junkie girl, fucking on my world. Wish that I never met her. Little junkie hoe, she ain't got no soul. Baby got nowhere to go. Yeah, I corrupted you, seen your innocence go. Let any low life maggot crawl into your soul. And any dude that had it so messy, emotional, a coke, meth addict, whole heroin close to you, your soul sinful, broke glove, grip you pistol, whip you this love, get you to inject drugs, and you wouldn't accept nothing, and you regret what you did in that bed. Now you beg while your sins are forgiven. It's like, nah, I can't leave her alone. She be stealing my drugs, eventually my door. Took everything that I own, my possessions were gone, and I was standing in court with no one there to support, all cause of scandalous whore. Fuck my planet for sure, and I'll be sitting at home with Jack Daniels and porn.
Unbelievable.
And another fucking skank to get robbed, so y'all gonna have to find another place to bathe and be warm. Little junkie girl, fucking on my world. Wish that I never met her. Little junkie hoe, she ain't got no soul. Baby got nowhere to go.
Whoa. Shout out to Hectic for that, man. I had fun back with him back in 2013. And, yeah, I haven't heard from Spider in a long time, actually. I don't know what's up with Spider. I'm not sure what's up with Spider. That's a good point. Uncle Bill, I don't know. He probably getting fucked. Oh, boy. We need him in 2020. We need a lot of things, man. Man, I can't believe that guy just scored. Did you guys see that bomb he threw? That was fucking crazy. Look out. Block him. Oh. Man, we can't get something going this game. And then this guy get that lucky bombs away. We got to win this one for Larry. I'm a fucking mess, guy. Oh my, you know what? My sinuses felt great all day, all earlier. And fucking tearing up like a fuck. Now I'm snotting all over myself and they hurt. Fuck me, dude. I threw the ball the wrong way. Oh my god. I actually threw that wrong. And somehow it... Wow. Whoa. Whew. Let's try to hit this guy with the bombs away. Bombs away to Olsen. We didn't go bombs away, but we did get a nice play. What a nice play. M-Dub, what up, man? Yeah, rest in peace to Larry, man. He's really gone, dude. It's fucking crazy. I talked to him, you know, off the air and stuff, too, so it's just weird. It's, oh. I loved Larry Funk, man. I really did love that guy. You can hear my heat. It's really loud tonight. No, he's looking for this. Watch this. Oh, we're in. Big adjustments there. Big adjustments there. Big adjustments. Boom. Touchdown for Larry motherfucking Punk! Yeah. Sunday night gaming after TLC. Yeah, if anybody has those clips of Larry, that'd be great. I'm gonna look for them, but if anybody finds some and whatever, definitely let me know, you know? Or send them to me. No, I won't be called for that. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Nice dip. Fuck, bro. Man, I let this guy get away with that shit. That's crazy. I was reading something and I think I fucking distracted myself. I'm gonna call the timeout. I want the ball back again. Get the stop, baby. Oh! No sack, but oh, we stopped the clock on that too. So that's not bad. I got one timeout too, that's cool. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he's going for it. Fuck. I should have called a timeout and changed my fucking defense. Fuck me, dude, for not calling a timeout. I should have called the timeout and reset the D. I was set up in goal line. Fuck. Shit. Alright, we're gonna open up with a run. Yo, Steve Calan, what's up, Steve? Juan, what's up? You hit the like button for Larry, I guess. He'd want 300. Pretty good run there. Pretty good run there. Get out of bounds. Pretty good field position here. Oh, you fucking idiot. Fuck. Fuck. Damn, man. What up, True? Jinder Mahal. I put the needle in my balls. Needle in my balls. If that guy caught that, that's bullshit. He definitely stepped out of bounds, yeah. I was gonna say, that's fucking horse shit. Oh, get that. Oh, my God. Oh! You got lit up, dude. I would have loved to intercept that and run it back. Dude, that guy got fucking blasted. He got blasted there at the end. Oh, my God. Nose is stuffed because you bawled your eyes out. Yeah, basically. I mean, my nose and everything was already fucked up. I was having a real problem doing the review. If you early on when we first found out, I was like trying to talk and you could hear it. I was like, I was having problems, bro. You know the guy party that's like, don't do this. You know, don't do this. Where was it?
It was anything but a surprise.
Felt like a lot of them were very long.
How long do you think the first match was?
So worried this like
have Alexa Bliss do.
Really thought I really liked what they did, man. I think that they.
I too thought it was live until the axe handle, I think it was lit on fire, And then when Orton kind of knocked it away from the Fiend, from Bray, when it landed, immediately when they could turn the camera, you saw that it was out already. I just went to go see, like, oh, is that still burning? I wanted to see if it was, like, you know, burning through the mat or the ground, you know, the pads they have. And it was out already. So I'm like, oh, they extinguished that and, you know, they cut an angle. I got it. So that's when I figured out, oh, hey, it's taped. But so I've seen some people on Twitter really hating this, and I can get it. I can understand why, because you just watch someone get murdered in wrestling. It's not a
dead.
Very straightforward thing. You watch
Yeah.
the Fiend burn to death. So tomorrow, if we see Bray, even that is odd, because you know Bray's the Fiend, and so I understand that stupid sports entertainment aspect. But I like the story of the Fiend so far for the most part. Not everything's been a hit, but most of it has been enjoyable. And this is that, you know, same supernatural kind of hokey stuff that I'm okay with in
Oh, we're running it. Oh my
certain
God, I thought we were gone.
And I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway. They could do some match.
It's like, I hope it really was that opening match was
Oh,
great.
yeah, here's where I'm having
the
problems.
The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything. And the ending, again, I sort of started watching it like, I can't wait for the Inferno the Inferno match to. It's like, I hope it's got.
Somebody just sent me the timestamp. Like, go back this much. You're having problems talking.
The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything. And the
what a mess.
The ending, again, I sort of started watching it like, I can't wait for the Inferno the Inferno match. It's like, I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh, that's all they're gonna do. But then when Bray Wyatt did something and he, like, the whole fucking place went up, I was like, wow. They went, like, that's when I started, like kind of like
got into it.
Adrenaline started pumping through me, and
He did the cane thing where he
yeah.
summoned the fire, and you just I marked out a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's cool looking. The visual was really cool. Part of me wishes, and I agree with some people that wanted the screens off for the match. I think it would have been better if they had just the Thunderdome wall.
In real, and I didn't start thinking that this was taped. I didn't start thinking that it was taped until about
Yeah, I see what he's saying. He sent me those timestamps, like, or whatever. You're pretty good on the timestamp. It was a little off because the time changed, but pretty close. Yeah, man. It was. I was having a problem there, bro. I was having a problem there. I was like, I couldn't, like, I was like malfunctioning. My fucking brain was malfunctioning, bro. Oh, God damn, I can't get in the fucking end zone, dude. Oh, we're going for it. We are going for it. Yeah, dude, I was malfunctioning. I was like, like, Jesus. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I mean, shit, this shit's all going wrong right now. Where is Jinder Mahal? No doubt about it, Sith Neegan. Want to see Joe Cronin have a breakdown? That was not a good play either right there. This is probably a running play. I can't believe he's not running it right here. He's changing it up now. Ooh, I got him anyway. Look at that hit. Mr. Slide Tackle. He changed the play. He saw the blitz coming. Now he's probably doing another draw or throw. Can't believe he's running it short, though. Yep, I'll get him. Broke it up. Broke it up. Ooh, I thought I could separate the ball. Fuck. Oh my god, dude. We're getting into fourth quarter shit here. Not good. Not good news. Ugh. Fuck. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Probably could have blocked that. I got in there. Probably my last game, yeah. It's already so late. Jinder Mahal, get the needle in my balls. Alright, we're going to have some kind of comeback here. What am I doing, dude? What am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing right now? What the fuck am I doing, dude? Alright, why are we in big dime still when it clearly isn't working? Run. When will make an official announcement about the possible changes in your YouTube and Patreon podcast if you return to the workforce? I guess that will depend on the show, the job I choose, if I choose one. Which one I choose, I guess, or what I choose to do, I suppose. Wow, that dumbass didn't catch that. That's funny. That's fucking funny. He's probably going to go for it. Yep. Called that. Unbelievable that nobody got that. He was just allowed to throw a bullet into that guy. Unfucking believable. Joe, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. It is funny. That's why I'm laughing at it. Dude, me fucking trying not to cry and stuff is funny. It's kind of funny. Let's be honest.
Everybody involved.
I think everybody
the rest
knew.
Of the night, I could have done without.
I think everybody knew that Charlotte was going to be back, so like that was a nothing thing. Like it really was. That opening match was great. The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything, and the ending. Again, I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. It's like I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light. They're gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh, that's all they're gonna do. But then when Bray Wyatt did something and he
oh my god, bro. That's some funny stuff. Dude, one of my fucking this guy dives up and catches that. Oh my god. The funniest thing is a dude trying not to ball or whatever. It's funny.
And it, again, just like the first match where they made AJ still look pretty damn good in defeat, I felt, because he still looked good. It was just between Miz getting involved and involved.
I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. Let down, but okay, I'm interested. Thinking, oh, someone's just gonna whip out a match and someone's gonna light someone on fire that way. I started, or there's gonna be like a fire pit somewhere or something. I thought maybe, and when I was like, oh, this isn't whatever. So I went from like super high expectations to being sort of let down, but okay, I'm interested. Like Randy Orton had a look about him that was interesting for some reason to me, and I don't even like Randy Orton really that much, you know that. And I'm like, okay, something is intense about this. And then the match started, and I was like, oh, this is all it's going to be. I thought maybe they were going to lower down something or something was going to happen. Then it didn't. And then when it did, I went, oh, fuck. Like, and they got me. So I really thought I really liked what they did, man. I think that they...
I too thought it was live until the axe handle, I think it was lit on fire. And then when Orton kind of knocked it away from the Fiend, from Bray, when it landed, immediately when they could turn the camera, you saw that it was out already. I just went to go see, like, oh, is that still burning? I wanted to see if it was, like, burning through the mat or the ground, the pads they have. And it was out already. So I'm like, oh, they extinguished that and, they cut an angle. I got it. So that's when I figured out, oh, hey, it's taped. But so I've seen some people on Twitter really hating this, and I can get it. I can understand why, because you just watch someone get murdered in wrestling. It's
right.
It's not a
dead.
Very straightforward thing. You watch
Yeah.
the Fiend burn to death. So tomorrow, if we see Bray, even that is odd, because Bray's the Fiend, and so I understand that stupid sports entertainment aspect. But I like the story of the Fiend so far for the most part. Not everything's been a hit, but most of it has been enjoyable. And this is that same supernatural kind of hokey stuff that I'm okay with in certain aspects, and that's silly. Three, but then they have.
Are there any other funnier parts where I'm fucking losing it? It got me like really hyped up. Like I really did like it. I like the belt when he and they did it like the old school way of like really. I'm gonna do my JR, my best JR right now.
Get back into it. So.
Oh man. But I just found that out. I hate to bum everybody out with that, but just found that out, and I don't know. I'm gonna get back to the review and pretend I didn't see that, and we'll talk about it later, man. But it was gonna be back, so like that was a nothing thing. Like it really was that. How fucked up is it? We're laughing at me having a breakdown. That's funny. The opening match was great. The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything, and the ending. Again, I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. Oh my god, bro! Oh my god!
I like that as well.
Oh my god!
Really excellent effort from everybody involved.
I think everybody
the rest
knew
of the night I could have done without.
I think everybody knew that Charlotte was gonna be back, so like that was a nothing thing. Like it really was that opening match was great. The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything, and the ending. Again, I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. It's like I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light. They're gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh,
the guy was crying.
That's all they're gonna do. But then when Bray Wyatt did something and he like the whole fucking place went up. I was like, wow. They went like that's when I started like kind of
You got into it.
Adrenaline started pumping through me, and
He did the cane thing where he
yeah.
summoned the fire, and you just I marked out a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's cool looking. The visual was really cool. Part of me wishes, and I agree with some people that wanted the screens off for the match. I think
the Inferno match to it's like I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh, that's all they're gonna do. But then when Bray Wyatt did something and he like
the fucking snot's coming out of my fucking face, bro. Oh man, that was pretty funny. Thanks for sending that to me. Oh my god, bro. Am I like able to like do this? Like I don't even. Oh, I can play this. I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone. Oh. James, thanks for hosting me earlier too, man. That shit is pretty funny, man. What? I don't want to change someone's jersey number. What the fuck? I just want to play a game. I think they have they have a fucking stuttering meltdown. All the goofiness with everything, and the ending again. I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. It's like I hope they light the whole goddamn place on fire. And then I was like, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna light the square on fire. We're gonna get the square. And I'm like, oh, that's all they're gonna do. But then when getting excited anyway, and I was like, wow, did you know that? And I'm like, okay, something is intense about that.
Very straightforward thing. You watched for the match
was gonna be back, so like that was a nothing thing. Like it really was. That opening match was great. The opening match was really good. I didn't like all the goofiness with everything, and the ending. Again, I sort of started watching it like I can't wait for the Inferno, the Inferno match to. It's like
that's fucked up. Let's go, bro. Rest in peace, Larry Funk, man. We're gonna have a party all week, I'm sure. Try to talk to his nephew's gonna call and monetize this Friday night. By the way, Larry Funk's nephew's gonna call Friday night. Getting a little burned there. We are. You're gonna put the puck in the net there. Put the fucking puck in the net. Really, goalie? You're not gonna play that? Oh. They got to do a better job entering the zone here. They don't have a shot on net, and it's turning into a
oh.
They're going back and forth up and down the ice. Picked up along the wall by Yaros. Oh, what a dangle! Boom! Score! The power play goal.
Taking advantage of the extra man, move the puck well and get on the board. Just ran out of gas here. They're under incredible pressure from the power play. Eventually, it's a power play goal as they capitalize on the extra man.
Boston's got a jump in their step tonight as they strike early. Well, that's going to help as well, James. Now you've got the lead. The guys feel good about themselves, and they can attack with the cushion of a one-goal lead.
The Maple Leafs have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Takes a
Oh.
shot, and he makes the save. Puck sent over to Shaw, and he coughs it up with the pass. Moves it to De La Rose. Slides the puck ahead to Yaros. That's not going to fool him.
Covered it up. The Inferno match was fun, man. That was fun.
We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. O'Reilly's won it off the faceoff. Scoops up the puck now. Moves it quickly over to Bergeron. The Bruins will play it in their own end. Here's a short pass to Tuck. Along the half wall with the puck. Gets in front of it. The Maple Leafs take possession.
Oh, 5-hole on the tip in front. What a goal there. Goalie completely screened. And the deflection in front. And the puck bounces 5-hole. Ruck, thanks, Ruck. Oh, they just fire it in on the icing dump. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the stream in a minute, yeah. I'm going to actually go to bed and try to process everything.
Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. They've got the puck now. They've got a tired defensive group to play against.
Quick pass to Panarin. Puck grabbed by Lowe. Blows him up on that hit. And he totally whiffs on it. And he denied that opportunity. Quick feed to Tuck. Nice zone entry from the middle. The Bruins take it across the blue line. They'll dump it in and peel off for a change. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. And manages to clear the zone. Sent into the opposite side. Scooped up along the wall by Doughty. He almost...
Oh, what a shot.
Regains control of the puck. Taken by Foxa. And he slides it quickly to Greenway.
This guy's iced it a ton. Joe's gonna cry in Leah's arms. What the fuck? Dude, no way. Leah would punch me in the throat. You can't be being all weak in front of Leah. That'd be a big turnoff for her. You know what would probably turn Leah on is me actually walking around trying to pretend nothing was wrong, but like looking kind of fucked up. Then she'd probably want to bang hard. But if I walked around crying, there'd be no banging.
More than half the period has expired. 2-0 is the score. The Maple Leafs get a hold of the puck off the draw. Can't find his man. Offside is the call, and we'll have a face-off just outside.
I can cry in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I could cry in your arms tonight because Larry Funk is dead. I just cried in your arms tonight. It's cause Larry Funk is dead. What a save. What a save. Bobrovsky. Oh, get it. Oh my God, it wouldn't go in.
Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. Puck scooped up by Hedman. And he takes a shot. Great defensive play to get in front of that one. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. And they get it out of the zone. And where are they headed to, Ray?
Time for a change. Everyone needs a little break here. They look a little tired. They get it out of the zone, and they can get some fresh troops on.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Blair Davis, thanks for the sub. What up, Blair? Weird night. But a good night for the Fiend and everybody. Blair Davis, thank you. Whoops. Hit the right button. There's the Fiend on fire. Slap that away from him. All right, boys. I think we got this. I'm going to bed. It's only the first period, but I'm getting out of here, man. Thanks for being here tonight. Love you all. Rest in peace, Larry Funk. I love you, brother. We love you so much here. We have fucking made us laugh for years. And we always think about you. What's up, everybody? Good night. Peace. Hit the like. Rest in peace to Larry Funk, man.